itatangang ang kani-kanilang pangarap at sariling kahulugan ng tagumpay. Simula sa Minana Evos, ang muling magkatungo sa entablado ng huling kabanata ng torneo,
Let's go!
nagsilbing tagumpay para
Daming tao. So many people in the crowd.
Sumunod
Sayang
ang
RSG, no?
Fanatic Onyx PH.
Sayang RSG.
Pagkakatatag at pagtibay ng kanilang samahan ay nagsilbing tagumpay.
Dami kasi
para
copyright
sa
pag
kanilang
ganito
pamilya.
Pag intro, dami copyright. Kawawa yung mga nag-i-stream. Nadadali yung channel. Kaya minumute ng iba.
Pagkatapos ay ang Blacklist International. Ang pagtuldok sa mga
Sayang Blacklist sa RSG.
pagbalot sa kanilang kampanya ay tagumpay para sa mga ahente. At sa wakas, ang RSG Philippines, ang pagbabalik ni Demon Kite at Kusei, maging ang desisyon na sama-samang lumaban ay tagumpay para sa mga mananalakay. Ngayon, 2 kupunan na lang ang natitira. 2 kupunan na patuloy na makikipaglaban para sa tagumpay.
Lumalaban para makatulong sa pamilya. Falcon's APBREN Gold Laner, Super Marco! Lumalaban para sa kinabukasan ng anak na si Wanwan, Liquid Echo Gold Laner, Danny Cutie! Lumalaban para sa sarili, pamilya at pag-ibig, Falcon's APBREN Jungler, Kyle Teasy! Lumalaban para sa mga mahal sa buhay, Liquid Echo Jungler, Carl Teasy! Lumalaban para sa pangarap at magandang kinabukasan, Falcon's APBREN Mid Laner, Few! Lumalaban para sa mga mahal sa buhay at koponan, Liquid Echo Mid Laner, Sanji! Lumalaban para sa mga taong pumapagligid sa kanya, Falcon's APBREN EXP Laner,
Yun!
Flap Teasy!
Tuan! Swap Flappy! Let's go! Angas ang thumbnail mo.
Para sa tuloy-tuloy na tagumpay, Liquid Echo EXP Laner, Sanford!
Pumaldo ka sa mouse, boss. Di ako napusta, pre. Boss, di ako napusta. Gusto ko man, pero nangihinayang ako.
Anak na si Matilda Chip Unigo, Falcon's APBREN Roamer, oh, wow!
Matilda Chip Unigo. Angas ng thumbnail mo, boss. Oh, salamat, boss. Maisip na thumbnail. JP na lang. Para kasalanan niya pag natalo.
Lumalaban para sa pamilya, Liquid Echo Roamer,
You know, JP! It's your fault! Angas! Malakas si JP, malakas si JP, guys. Kala niya lang mahina, ha. Kalmado lang siya, kalmado. Don't dare the count people, man. They're dangerous.
Ang mga gumagabay patungo sa tagumpay. Lumalaban para sa kape.
Coach
ang
Gotti.
APBREN Coach Ducky!
Pag si Coach Daki nanalo pa ngayon, dapat di nag-Daki pangalan yan. Gotti. Gotti na.
Lumalaban para sa pamilya
Coach Gotti.
at kinabukasan. Liquid Echo Coach Tic-Tac!
TikTok. Pag si Coach TikTok nanalo ngayon, hindi na yung TikTok. TikTok to. Opo. Magtropa yan, nagiinom. Ang phone.
Ito na ang huling laban para sa tagumpay. Falcon's APBREN kontra Liquid Echo!
Ang init. Ang init kahit naulan. Rakit.
Bees, the cavalry, Champions Arena! Magingay para sa MPL PH Season 13 Grand Final!
Tonight, the world's finest collide once more in pursuit of victory. We have a capacity crowd here in the Champions Arena, live from south of Manila, Philippines. Welcome and mabuhay. At your service, it's Leo, Naisu, and Reptar. We Bear Bros bringing you tonight's best of 7 matchup between Liquid Echo and Falcon's APBREN.
Oh man, is about all I can say after we've finally gotten to this point. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the rematch that I think a lot of people have been waiting to see after we saw that 5-game series earlier this week.
I'm seeing the comments on the online from the community. All of them are ready for a heart-stopping roller coaster of emotions that will be the MPL Philippines Season 13 Grand Finals.
We've gone through the ups and downs, called back to the teams that have fallen throughout this historic playoffs, and in just a few moments, ladies and gentlemen, this best of 7 will be upon us. Just about a quarter of an hour left. I'm sure you would love to stay with us because I'll tell you now, in the next few moments, we're going to be looking through history. We're going to be looking back and checking out what went down. What is the lineage, the legacy of that trophy, that title that these
Sorry.
giants of the MLBB esports world, dare I say, are fighting for here tonight. Each of them actually have had the honor in the past to have carried that title of being MPL Philippines champion.
Can't wait to see it unfold. And right now, I think the amazing intro
Uy, si
that
Wolf
Red One
magkakas.
had called all the people to rush on in. They heard it here. So ahead of us.
Wolf
can't wait.
kas.
Here we go. Let's look back
Oh
at
my God, si Wolf.
history
Tagalog si
of
Wolf.
our beloved tournament, the grandiose legacy of the MPL Philippines title.
Aether May was the first champion of the Philippines, followed by Signal Ultra and
Tagalog si Wolf?
Angel.
Ba yan? Kala ko sa
It was
English.
the season where it showed the Philippines the importance of having a head coach. Panda was the coach there. Sunsparks, the first ever back-to-back MPL PH champions. JP was there. Bren Esports in Season 6. We know what happened after that. M2 World Championship followed soon after. Blacklist International, the next.
Grabing blacklist yan, oh, tatlo.
And Season 9.
Blacklist pala ang winning is Sunspark, JP. JP marami.
It was Blacklist followed by Echo and where we are
JP
now.
Bren, pwede magdalawa, pwede rin magtatlong Bren.
As he was going through the course of the history here of the league, I was imagining myself
Damn,
just
Pace
a
come
young buck
improve.
out there in
What?
the crowd before, right? Being a fan and then eventually
Improve.
being part of this and seeing it unfold.
I didn't
One thing
change
that I
anything.
really love about the MPL Philippines is how there's so much diversity between the champions and what they've accomplished around the world here. And it's so fitting that we call this the Champions Arena.
Yeah, let me just tell you, and blow your mind, Joseph.
Tas.
That was 5 years? Is this the first season of MPL PH?
Well, if you're gonna count the start of Season 1, approaching 6.
Wow.
Game 7, guys. Game
Oh,
7.
man.
Does that make you feel young or old?
I don't want to talk about
The
it.
world is shaking.
But again, as you said, diversity among the ranks of the greats that we've just named. But best believe you can see and draw the line between the history, the DNA, and some of these players actually found themselves smack dab in the middle of that. I'm talking about JP. He was in that lineup when we first saw a back-to-back. He was once Sunsparks. He was once Aura. Now he's with Team Liquid.
And can I just say, you guys already know the names here. And JP, what a performance he's had this playoffs. We know there's been talk online. We all see it.
JP, oh.
But
Taas.
man, yeah, has this guy stepped up? It's his
Hindi
fault
masabi
that they are
ng-
now here in the
Hindi
grand final.
masasabi na 3 jumps
They
ang
are
Bren,
gonna
sir.
be
Kasi
flying
iba yung
to the
org.
god, But before we look ahead,
Ay, ganun ba?
against APBREN, that said, wait, let's talk about the championship first.
Sabagay, pero
Liquid Echo
andun yung ano eh.
wants to dispute that.
Andun si Coach
Wants to
Daki pa rin.
back up to the mountain.
Bren pa rin siguro
I don't know
yun.
what it will be
Bren pa rin ang may hawak nun.
An age of Orca again if they
Bren
win.
organization pa rin may hawak ng trophy.
We'll work workshop.
Nag-iba lang pangalan.
Just equally epic.
Sir, rooting for Liquid Echo, redemption of JP. Sobrang kasing labas yung tao. Hindi-disregard yung mga past championship niya. Oo nga eh. Wala, ganun talaga.
Later on. But for Falcons,
Kahit saan may basher.
regular season MVP.
Ginawa ng meme si JP.
Marco is going to be the mark here for Liquid.
Ako,
If they don't take him down, the chance to
ako, dito, Bren. Gusto kong mag-ano eh. Gusto kong tumatag yung legacy ni Super Marco.
And half the job's done.
Para mapalitan na yung mga standard. Tangina, laging talo eh.
You folks, if you're with us,
Palitan na yung mga standard na yun. Pag hindi na nanalo.
let me tell you now, here's the lowdown. A majority of the all-star team
Super Marco na ang Super Gold. The Super Gold.
given over to these
JP na thumbnail.
boys in green and
Wala akong maisip na thumbnail, mga boss.
Man, when we were looking at them too, of course, it was like,
Grabe si Super Marco kahapon. Hindi lang ako nakapag-live. Bumulan kasi. Bumagyo.
because talk about the accolades these guys have managed to get this whole year.
Hanggang third na lang yung mga ibang bansa, boss.
all the more a must-watch.
Hindi natin masabi. Malay mo, yung Indo, lumakas pa rin. Ano yun, boss? Balbas. Ano yun, boss? Ano yung boss? Balbas? Anong balbas?
A legendary 5 games.
Alimaw to ng dalawang team na to.
Saying that unanimously the best series that we've
Ang
had
ina,
all
sinisipon
season
pa ako.
long in season 13. As we look at the team head to head, you see how close it is for these two. KDA, gold per minute, damage taken. But it's Echo, or rather Falcons APBREN's ability.
Grabe, Super Marco kahapon, no?
Have a little
Putang
bit
ina.
more heal that Liquid Echo will watch out for again.
Yep, that was yesterday. We're in
Yung mga...
the needle. They
Alam mo magandang laban kahapon sa isa sa friend. Yung mga ano nila, yung mga re-engage.
Venn diagram.
Yung kala mo tapos na yung clash, tapos meron pa ulit. Tapos meron pa ulit.
Against RSG, won that very series with an
Hindi natatapos yung clash hanggat hindi naubos eh. Kaya hindi matitira yung isa, dalawa lang matitira. Flip top, magiga.
It also shows the development of
APBREN kami. APBREN tayo, APBREN.
And the fact that
No hate to Echo, pero APBREN.
play to a T and provide the impact even though he's on a
Kahit last year, APBREN eh.
And
Tama yung
this is
picture ko ng
how
APBREN.
teams play the game now. For the longest time, it was always objective.
Ano ba yung picture ko ng
Because of
APBREN?
the heroes popping up in the meta that are strong for those individual plays, it's all the more important now to make sure you give it your all for
Last year, last season, nag-stream ako, APBREN din eh.
And at some point, when everything is said and
Wala.
done, when literally the metagame has been stretched to its limits, hell, even mid lane now does not feel like an
Ano
island.
yung picture ko ng APBREN ah?
Has grown
love
to
it.
be as diverse and as scary as it could be. Hell, Farsas are now valid.
Yep, Farsas, we even got to see, I don't know what the number is, maybe we'll see it at some point today, but the amount of unique heroes that have been brought up throughout the regular season and then of course in playoffs. I was surprised yesterday we got to see Alpha come up here, and I like that you mentioned it because for a while mid lane was a little stale. Like some people would say like, hey, what's going on with the mid lane? There's these heroes that, but now I feel like you don't even know, and that's what I love about the draft, man. We talked about this yesterday. They're playing their own game.
So, APBREN.
Draft
Saan ba
days
yun?
yesterday. That's pretty much what it was. Where
Last year's
you don't
cat,
know exactly
APBREN.
and then you have these components where it's like, oh, it's a flex possibility as well to a different lane.
Which now brings us to a couple
Tangina, ay makuha.
ticket matchup that you're not gonna want to miss. Keep an eye on
APBREN.
right now, the GOAT few and the best in the world.
Nagdadalo ka ba, sir? Anong rank mo?
That's
Ano lang ako?
That's been
Mythic.
happening all
Mythic.
throughout the regular season.
Mythic
There were
15.
teammates under the then Bren
Isang buwan na nga ako, Mythic 15 eh.
Even in coaching staff, you got
Ang inang yan. Hindi na nakalin sa Mythic 15. Puwi na. Na-bet 500 APBREN manalo. Wag, bawal pusta.
And that's a dance that you're not gonna want to miss because they know each other so well.
Yeah, because of the shared histories between these two organizations, these two teams, especially the specific five, well, make it include
Tagal.
the other
Makainip.
members as well in there. All their rosters,
Paypayan na, mga mainit sa South Wall ah.
meetings in the past, shared histories. It just means that we have to watch out.
Go, go, go.
Super Marco and Benny Cutie are two players that these two teams, they want to give all for. They want to make lineups around them. That's not always the case. It's not always obvious. But when you think about it, once you see it play, once you see everything happen in the map, Super Marco, because of how well he can play alone, that affects Falcons APBREN's draft. Benny Cutie, how well he meshes together. just topping off. He's like the cherry on top of the icing on the cake for Liquid Echo. They affect the draft as well.
Yeah, you say it's amazing that we're pitting these two gold laners, the best two in the world, dare I say, at what they do.
Yeah.
And they're coming from different angles. Benny Cutie, a cross-generational talent. We were introduced to him in the pre-franchise era, was but a young gun underneath this execration banner there.
Young gun.
We have here Super Marco,
Young gun, gun,
quiet
both.
rookie in Season
Young
9,
gun.
and now he's bulletproof.
He's bulletproof, and it's funny because he was very quiet back in Season 9. And even when you see him today, like, he's got all these awards for him, all this, he's just making waves out there. But when you see him in person, he's still kind of shy, calm and collected, and I love that about him because, man, this guy is good, and he's bulletproof for a reason. I feel like every single team that has to go up against Falcon's APBREN throughout the course of this past season has been like, how do we get to Super Marco? And that's why I think it's also important, because we talked about this as well. It really comes down to which gold laner protects themselves the best. Who is that going to be here in this part of this? And then when you pair up the two roamers that these guys have on their side as well, that's a crucial component to their success.
Yeah, JP and Ogwen will greatly affect how this matchup goes, what heroes end up with their hands. They're both very flexible and can play varying play styles. However, there might be people asking, why do we call Bulletproof Marco, why do we call Super Marco Bulletproof Marco again?
Just say it, it's just, you're just so used to it.
Yeah, he should just change it. 23 Falcons APBREN victories, Super Marco died 0 times. That's
Hihina ako sa upuan ko. Tagal naman. Umihi ka muna.
as high as it is.
Is that why? I always thought it was because of all the medals he won that you try to shoot him, it would just bounce off of the gold.
That's true.
I always thought it was because he wore a bulletproof vest.
Oh,
IRL.
He has been bulking up.
He
He
has.
has been bulking up. Maybe that's why.
It could be. All those could be part of the reason, but that's crazy. 23 games,
Yep.
0 deaths. Like, how? I don't know. I feel like at this point, too, when you approach Falcons APBREN for a lot of teams, there's kind of like this aura
Ay, nako.
factor.
Daming usap.
Oh, man.
Oh. Well, ladies and gentlemen, before we get into the draft real quick, you saw on your screen members of the Underdog music label, the Ridleys, very popular.
Wait lang guys.
In the Philippines, OPM Music.
Substandard na.
If you're not in Champions Arena, where are you?
Wait lang,
All
wait,
around the
wait,
world,
wait,
please
wait.
do let us know whether you're watching through TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, Hala.
Kamukha mo si Carl TC pag side view, putang ina. Okay lang, pogi naman si Carl eh.
Are you a
Carl TC! Wait lang guys ah.
Buzz.
Is that the plural? Are you a beast? Or
Are you
I
a
think it's
bee?
plural.
Are you part of the hive? You're part of
Yeah,
the
but
swarm.
you can't say, oh, there goes the hot. Well, actually,
That's-
you could.
it's weird. I don't know what it's called. I just
Why
know
do we
the
always get
name.
into semantics?
Yeah, because they're also Falcons now too, guys. So
That's what I was
take
wondering.
that into consideration. I
Have
mean,
they-
Oakland was going like that yesterday.
Yeah, have they evolved somehow? Have they gone from the, what would the bees be, the insect lineage to the bird? I don't know.
I'm not so sure if bees are insects anyway, like the whole spider thing. Like,
Ah,
folks, watch the MPL Philippines Season 13 playoffs live on MPL Philippines official channels for a chance to win skins, diamonds, and promo codes.
we will be giving you guys prizes for each PCU, that's peak concurrent users.
That's right.
Right? Milestone that we reach here. Keep those comments coming and let us know, because we're waiting to hit that next milestone ahead of us.
And of course, we would love it if you would join us in making history this season.
Regardless of what happens at the PCU, not like I'm watching it like a hawk right here in front of me. Oh, there it is. See?
That was on cue.
You guys didn't have to put me on blast like that, but yeah, we're approaching 600K. Thanks again to our partners, Esports Charts, for providing the live data. I'm pretty sure whatever happens tonight, whether it be, I don't even want to say the score, right? I don't want to jinx it.
Yeah.
I'm sure we're going to see history be made, because we are going to be crowning a former MPL champion. One could go back-to-back, and then the other could hearken to an age wherein aggressive MLBB is king.
It's really crazy when you think about
Ang
it,
inang
because
sipon to.
obviously both champions before. Of course, we have
Goatee.
the current champion. Both world champions before.
Tagal.
This could get flippy-floppy here, but I'm just hoping for 7 games.
If we do hit 7 games, that's more chance for you to join in on the Goodie Bag Lottery. You can watch the live stream and get rewards, and they're available now. Come in and watch the MPL Philippines matches on TikTok to join the Goodie Bag Lottery and be one of the lucky winners.
All you guys have to do is head on over to TikTok if you're not there already. go to our official channel. That's at MPLPH_official. Click the live stream and make sure you do click it, because if you guys are just looking at it, it's not going to pop up. So click on it and then look to the top left corner to grab yourself the goodie bag.
The over yay.
Yay.
Right here.
OSX calls it a power tap.
Yeah, he calls it
Is
the
that
power tap.
actually a thing?
That's a Francis thing.
That's a Francis thing.
Yeah, so power tap it when you see it. I like how it sounds, so power tap the goodie bag.
It makes it more engaging.
It does?
I mean,
Counts as 2
if
likes.
you're not
Ay,
engaged
nako.
on your screens when these two teams go to battle,
So.
when you're talking about Liquid Echo, you're talking about Falcons APBREN, there got to be something else more important than
2
live
minutes
finish.
pa.
I'm not saying that there's anything more important than the grand finals of MPL Philippines S13, but
I think, though, for Liquid Echo, there's going to be something hanging over their heads.
What is
What is it?
For the year of victory, the World Tour era of this APBREN roster.
going to part 2, by the way.
Going to part 2, they've never lost an international grand finals. An international tournament where they reached the grand finals, they have never lost. Bring that to local too. So, Liquid Echo, I know they beat Falcons APBREN.
Tagay!
I know they're the ones who made it to MSC first. They made a statement to say that we can make gods bleed. But when you make a god bleed, retribution will be coming for you.
Oh man, that is spicy the way you put it, because just watching both the teams, just like that, when you watch both these teams play, I feel like, and I know we had our own predictions leading into the playoffs.
Ruined, by the way.
Ruined, at least for us. I can't remember yours, if your prediction was the same as ours.
None.
Yeah, I didn't make any predictions.
Wow, you just
Okay.
left it.
Yeah, I just left it there.
Well, that's what the best talent of
Ano ko
English.
gago?
It's a fault of him.
It's allowed. But
Sure,
I'm sure
yeah.
a lot of you were hoping
Totally.
for this at home. Let us know in the chat as well what you think is going to be this season's champion. Because, man, I didn't know that we would end up here. And when you really look at this kind of fall into place here, both these teams are going to...
Oh my God. So.
In, and we might actually see the draft. Falcons APBREN on the pick here. They are home for this best of
Yun!
7.
Drop na drop!
Taking Red side, which, by the way,
Let's go!
Santa Cruz, you can double check for me. Red side has been winning more, at least when you look at the last
Let's
couple
go,
of matches.
let's go.
Looking at the lower bracket finals,
Let's
I
go.
believe that's a 75% win rate on red. And hell, even the best of 5 between these two prior, it was red side that won more often.
Yeah, red side really, it's the power of the flexibility, as Nice put it earlier, and of course the power of the final pick. It has returned.
Yeah.
And again, this is a big deal for those who have missed out, and this is the first time joining us. You're joining us. Blue side has had close to an unhealthy win rate for a majority of the regular season in MPL Philippines.
Nosedive.
Like, it was like around, what, 70%
pretty
at
bad, yeah.
most?
At the start of the playoffs, it was 70-something.
Yeah, it was 70-something.
Si Kyrie pa lang, Hall of Legends. Di ko kasi napanood kahapon, guys eh.
That means
Boss, asa na si Best Gold Laner. Nako, wala na.
So, a mere 4 seconds away.
Wala ang Best Gold Laner, boss.
Pulsing in excitement, the tension so
Papalitan na yon next season.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the draft. Liquid Echo on the play. They could go for a
Gagon, lamig na. Lamig na ng aircon.
They know for sure that Falcons have to ban out the Harith. I hate it when I'm right.
they gave it.
Oh, taas muna natin yung camera para makita natin ang ban. Ha?
He has had a glowing season.
Fredrin!
Got to play the friend.
Yan na.
Barely given to Liquid Echo.
Wala nga hawak ng Louis. Matik wala nga ako yun.
Half power picks available for them on the red side.
Feeling ko, autoban to kay Coach Daki Louis.
Has been fantastic.
Novaria, Yusong.
In the play
Edit.
as a priority on the red side now.
Big sana edit.
It just duels in lane. But for Falcons APBREN, Flap TZ actually, he is
Edit o Roger?
5-1 or 5 and none.
Roger nga!
Undefeated.
Okay.
I was gonna think
Edit mo na para may edit si ano. Huwag mo na mag-jungle edit para may edit si...
But even in this matchup,
Barat. Barat nga.
they still want to get those heroes outside the
Ang lamig.
phase 1.
That's intense. I don't remember going through this fast for the first phase of the draft, but it's already through, and things are falling into place. Jungle matchup, obviously something that we've seen time and time again. Mid lane as well, and I think that's where you have to kind of wonder, okay, what are the ultimates going to be available for the Valentine as we even get to that second phase? But look at the Carmilla. Carmilla's actually still being banned here. What?
Yep, we've evolved the meta. Falcons APBREN respecting the Carmilla of JP.
Respecting Daddy JP.
Yeah, you gotta. And
Panis, na-respect na si
Carmilla
JP.
for Liquid Echo, yes, is for the roam. But I wonder if later on this might be a signal that Falcons APBREN are thinking about Carmilla Jungle being a possibility in this series. But let's go back to what we're seeing right now. We're seeing a Roger on the side of Liquid Echo. We don't see his gold lane matchup just yet. Moskov, the pick that has risen in the playoffs, first played by Minana Evos, still available and open. Other than the Moskov, you have the power pick in the Nathan. But after what Super Marco showed yesterday, if it's not the Moskov, I think it could be the Claude.
Claude is still your peanut butter, right? Claude is still your
He's
cookie
both.
cutter marksman.
He's peanut butter and, or wait, sorry.
Peanut butter cookie cutter. He's just good with anything.
Who's the jelly then?
We'll have to think about that. Well, you stumped us there.
Who would be the jelly to Claude?
Jelly the Claude.
Well, technically, Dexter is.
All right, that counts.
I'd say Minotaur. I love seeing Minotaur and Claude together.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say the Matilda.
Minotaur, nakaban Minotaur.
Oh, the Matilda
Yeah.
Claude.
There you go. Both have been banned out. Going into the second phase, let's see what Coach Ducky and Coach Treb have in their minds.
The Moskov.
There he is.
Cross-map plays going to be available here for Falcons AP.
Oh,
Brands.
tangina, Moskov na naman.
Quite honest,
Si Super Gold.
Falcons AP Brand, you need a stronger EXP laner on the side of Liquid Echo. If it's not going to be something like a Benedetta, it could be this, the Paquito. And that controllability being dished out will be dangerous for the entry of Falcons AP Brand. And here comes the flexibility of Daddy JP with a Florin as his first pick for this Grand Finals.
That's not something I would have expected from JP, but he pulls out the Florin here. And this is interesting. How do they want to answer this Florin pickup?
I gotta say, man, there's nothing that Daddy JP can't do.
That's true.
He is a former jungler. One of the first few that went out to M1 to compete. He has been here since before the scene has been established to the level that it is now.
He's a dad of the league.
Put respect on his name. He can play Florin.
I wonder if the pickoff will be the roamer for Falcons AP Brand. No! They
All
match
right.
heal for heal.
All right. In the playoffs, it's still a 0% win rate for Oakwood.
Yeah, it's still, they had difficulty with the Rafaela yesterday. I was thinking he could consider the Kaja, but then considering there's a Valentina, wow.
Putang ina, sustain to,
In the
pre,
grand
sustain.
finals, the first game, Liquid Echo and Falcons AP Brand are running lineups that are both running roamer heals.
Well, you know what? You got to start somewhere. Look at the audience prediction here, too. 41 to 59.
Well, you know what? You gotta start somewhere. Look at the audience prediction here,
Right
too.
now for the crowd online and potentially even on site.
Folks, if you're going to be hearing Let's Go Liquid
Let's
through
go
our
Liquid.
headsets,
Let's
you know
go
what's up.
AP. AP.
Here we go, just a few moments away from stepping into the land of dawn. This
Panata Benny, ah.
audience predictions.
Okay,
It seems
good,
like there's
good,
enough utility from Falcons AP Brand's draft and enough crowd control for them to overpower what Liquid Echo is bringing in terms of aggression.
I want to see if this this Raphael and the Barretts pretty much emulate the same thing they did yesterday,
Go!
with better success this time around.
Here we go.
Game one,
Last
game
30
one.
seconds, live once more from the Champions Arena. We welcome you to game one.
One thing Liquid Echo needs to respect is how Yuzhong has risen and how Flap TZ is undefeated with that.
Respect
Even
Yuzhong.
coming from a come from behind win, they can pull it off. The fact that it just breaks through formations of a team fight, and again, the Liquid Echo team fighting, yes, it's split up.
Oh,
but if
mid,
they're
mid,
not
mid.
careful, the Yuzhong can punish them the most. Look at them just duking it out in the mid lane.
This is the battle of
Microhan,
right here,
Microhan
boys.
sa mid.
Trading folks.
Okay, trying to fill it out further, but look, both 2 for 2 at nearly half health here with that.
And Kyle TZ here.
Kyle TZ getting the stabbage.
Just a few moments ago, we did flash the emblems that our players
Rotating
brought in.
on
It's
XP
an
lane.
interesting combination that we're seeing on Super Marco's Moskov. It's a Master Assassin plus Thrill plus the Common Emblem. So
Common
it's
Emblem.
usually
Mahilig
fun
talaga
to
si
figure
Marco
out
Common Emblem, no?
for these Moskov.
Sarap din kasi gamitin ng Common Emblem.
Trend that we've been seeing
Walang
from
uwian,
our
di ka masyadong uwi.
specifically is just that
Ang lakas pa naman sa ano ni Moskov.
kind of available for them as
Medyo
much
malakas sa
as
mana,
possible
no?
so
May
that
mana
they
ng Moskov,
can
di ba?
stay in lane. And of course, as a Moskov, you want to be
Oh,
able
may
to
mana.
use the mana to use that dash when it gets reset. That's one of the strongest parts of his kit and his knockback as well.
Up top, this is a rotation from Ogwin getting set up. Turtle spawning in just about 10 seconds. So we're looking at a possible 4v4. And gold lane seems to be an island. This is what you would call the GLE, Joseph.
The golden
Pressure.
lane experience,
Pressure on
for those
XP.
that don't know.
They're just dueling.
They're just doing
Yan
it
talaga
now, but
rotate ng mga Philippines, no?
they might make a move here. They're going to
Rotate.
find the lockdown there.
Huli,
Daytona
kinain.
come into the team. Drop down with the Echo as well.
Oy,
Trying to
love.
escape. A little bit of
Love.
help. Sanji goes in, grabs the first blood. And they're looking
Patay si
possibly
Carl, walang-
for another.
walang jungler.
And ends it with a 1-2 punch. Sanford driving Ogwin
No
back.
jungler, Echo.
But they get that first blood of the game.
Kaso umuwi din si Kyle. Sayang, turtle sana.
Carl Teasy fell. Kyle Teasy still survives. He had to go back to base. But an early death on your jungler is not the start you want
Not
to have.
good, no? Not good
I
trade.
think that the purple
Jungler
buff timers
to
are both up so they know where each other are going to be.
XP.
Change of decision by Liquid Echo. Carl Teasy instead of
Pero
going for
makuha
the
nila yung turtle.
force the
He's
turtle
secure,
alongside
secure.
Liquid Echo.
And now for the turtle, less than half health here. Ogwin still doesn't have that level 4. Missile expert though, gonna bring Sanford forward.
Hit pa Sanford.
Gets out just
Uy.
fine though, and Carl Teasy will get the objective.
Liquid Echo so
First
good
turtle,
at
Echo na naman.
recovery. It's these little
Alam na, pag first
skirmishes,
turtle
these
sa
little
Echo.
aggressive engagements, whether or not they walk away with an actual kill, a team
Nakakalamang.
or anything in between, doesn't matter. Allows for them to still recover and get back and put their foot on the ground and say, you know what, we need these objectives. We're gonna walk away. And I think key to this is their more reliable amount of burst. Without Flap Teasy, FCAP have to actually get in a good Daytona's welcome or else suffer the consequences.
Maganda rin talaga yung common emblem, no? Laking tipid sa ano. Hindi ka basta-basta uwi. May gumamit siya si Benny saka si Marco.
They both really
Benny Cutie naka ano?
revolve their game around on.
Anong tawag dito?
Once they get the
Weakness
full swing,
finder?
get someone down low enough,
Bago yun,
and
ah.
they're gonna go. Maybe
Bakit
that's why
nag-iba
we're
siya?
seeing the roamers right now rocking these two healers in the Florin and the Rafaela.
Again, you know, with this, both the lineups having the sustainability available to them. One thing too is JP went with that focusing mark, you know, this time around. So
How many percent?
6%, if you didn't
That
know.
adds up. That adds up.
It does add up. And playing around it now on the bottom side, they're going to go for it. Look at the damage burst right there. Ogwin goes down. Was that the 6%?
Ogwin got deleted.
Really looks like it. You can really see how Liquid Echo and FALCON's APBREN know each other. They set themselves up in the bottom lane and they just waited. Which one of us is gonna pull the trigger first? Which one of us is gonna show up first?
Madibong laban to kasi lahat ng pag-aarap nila gumabot ng game 5 eh.
Early burst that Liquid Echo dishes out. FALCON needs to be careful.
Okay, Few. Gonna just travel on
Pinawatan si
through the
Pew.
wall. He's gonna be fine, but this is
Pinawatan
easy,
si Pew.
of course. Being pretty aggressive here on these early rotations. We're 10 seconds away from that turtle.
All right. Looking at how
Ba't umuwi si Marco? Magsi-switch, Magsi-switch. Switch lane, switch lane.
For lack of a better term, disastrous for Falcons AP.
Dapat tagana na lang si Marco. Nag-ulti na lang kayo, Pakito.
Look better for them, but it looks like they sent over the switch.
Bilis, Flap! Abot! Hindi na abot si Flap.
Down to it.
Oy!
Oh, the shot from
What
Few
the
able to secure the turtle.
Pew!
And now the fight could possibly break out unless they disengage, but he's going to be in trouble. Daytona's welcome
Oh,
again. into the
Benny,
team.
Benny.
Here just been followed up by Super Marco. And they're going to find the marks here.
Benny.
And now Carl Teasy.
Kaso sumama si Marco, yun lang.
It's a triple for Flap Teasy.
Ano maganda sa Moscow eh.
Here comes Super Marco.
Oy, oy.
Still a fight, though.
Benny. Oh, he's
Kakalmot pa
going
yan.
for Flap, but he knows. Rest of the team was there
Ano
to help
maganda
him
sa ano,
out.
Moscow?
They're
Pwedeng
still
mag...
staying around that bottom side.
Oh,
Benny
whoa,
Cutie
whoa,
going for a few this time
Benny!
around.
Benny!
Will not be able to
Ang
get
kulit
what he
mo.
was looking for.
Benny misread the rotation. He thought he could handle a 1v1, maybe a 2v1. Sure, I'm a Roger. No, there were three members.
Ay, ang ganda sa Moscow
there
no,
of
nakakapunta
Falcons
ka agad ng ano,
APBREN.
class.
And we're seeing here suddenly the turnaround coming in from FCAP based off of their great knowledge of when to take fights. Super Marco earlier coming in with the Spear of Destruction. The fact that Flap Teasy was able to get a good combo in as the Yuzong, knocking up and bursting down the members of Liquid Echo. They knew that was a fight they can win.
Oh, I love the feint. Again, the precursor to that collapse in the purple side pit.
Hindi nag-up si Benny doon, nag-up.
Early lane switch, an early lane switch that should have been for
Oo
any
nga,
other
early
team,
lane
a
switch.
green light, a go signal to say, you know what, they're not even going to go for the turtle. That's what I thought, and then suddenly they were all there.
Playing the map, again, we know that FCAP loves to play this macro style and move around the map, and that's something that every single team that's faced them has to deal with. So right now, you have some
Lamang na ang
members
APBREN.
from Liquid Echo making their way up top here. Grab the in-game code while you can, ladies and gentlemen.
Brute Force versus play kay Carl TZ.
Has been, I feel like in the
Lahat na nandun.
especially with the last one, that
Magic,
APBREN
physical,
won. The fact that the vision that he
stacks.
provides, again, you don't need to hit a star shatter.
Estes.
It gives information and loads of it. It's just good that he also
Wala si Estes pre. Wala na nagamit ang Estes ngayon, no?
Let's see if he can do it again.
Kahit Blacklist, hindi ginamit si Estes eh.
Echo's thrown out, spots two, early Black
Black
Dragon
TC.
Dragon Form gonna be used. They
Zone lang, zone. Petri ba yung guard? Lakaw. Nakakain pa.
Daytona's welcome.
Uy! Sa likod.
Few does go down though. Still wants to fight Kyle TZ.
Stanford, backline kay Few.
Here comes Benny Cutie as well. And now it's Flap TZ running under the
Grabe
throat
naman,
of
Stanford.
But they get collapsed by the
Stanford.
cavalry. And they're looking for more as it's a double.
Naubos. Palit Torre.
Massacre for massacre. 4 go down. Falcons APBREN lose so much. And they traded it out for map.
Nahanap ni Sanford si Pew. Grabe.
Super Marco goes. I was
Pakito kasi, sakit eh.
Unfortunate there that FCAP's backline.
Oy! Pumasok si Marco.
Look at the damage he's
Nice
been able
one.
to provide though.
Ah.
Oh, Carl TZ goes in. Swoops
Tiga mo.
won't find the connection with the appraiser's wrath.
Grabe, tangin ang labanan yan.
Falcons, you have to
Ayaw
be a little
maging
bit
to,
more
ayaw.
careful when you take fights.
Jorin, tanga. Oo nga eh.
But last one. But the problem
Jorin,
was
saka ano?
was sealing away Ogwen and Few with
Rafaela.
Ella to strengthen the Barrett's use on combination of Falcons APBREN.
Siguro nag-Florin sila. Alam nila kasi yung ano ni Marco. Medyo ano.
They're up against a
Kahit pa paano eh,
those cases.
masasagip mo ng ilang seconds yung kakampi mo eh.
The longer, the happier the Fredrin gets, and the higher the damage of the
Uy, ginahit.
Wrath.
Oh, it looks like Falcons APBREN looking to go back on the offensive. 4-man presence up top, pressuring Sanji.
Ooh.
Echo thrown out, spot Sanford as
Ina,
well.
sintado.
Wow. Just trying to get that turret. Not able to get it just yet. Another
in
wave
the mid.
still pushing in though. But look at the trade happening on now in the mid. Spirit of Destruction not going to find anyone to follow up on, but Flap TZ will keep it together in the mid lane.
And Falcons APBREN, they know the importance of the mid lane tower. People are probably wondering, what's it Yuzong doing a Black Dragon form for nothing? No, that's him clearing and pushing back. the
Lumipat na yung
members of
lamang sa
Liquid
Echo.
Because if you
300 gold.
or allow Liquid Echo to break that tower in the mid, then it's going to make things a little bit more even in terms of map control. The fact that Falcons already broke the mid lane tower of Liquid Echo means they have more room to press forward, and things like this have a little bit more advantage in the Lord pit.
And now the dance has begun.
Marco.
9 minutes, 45 seconds in. Lord.
Sasama to sa cross si Marco. Matik to. Sasama to sa cross. Ba. Nangyari.
Throwing beads out. Lord here.
Pag nakita si Sanji.
Sanford fully
Oh, yan come!
We're gonna take a quick look.
Ayan, nag-aangkam pa. Ayan na!
Able to get it! But now that Daytona's welcome, they want to force the
Gago.
fight here. He spits them back out.
Atras!
Sanford jumps in the back, knocks multiple members up, and now they want to cut off on the backside. But Flap's still fighting all by himself, holding it together. And Sandy
Tanga,
has
Super
to
Marco,
win.
tamang crits.
It's only Flap that falls down.
Liquid
Nag-live
Echo
steal.
hunting as one. They did not let Falcons APBREN break their formation, and they walk away with the Lord and a kill on Flap.
Oh, that was Falcons APBREN actually taking a 50-50
Nag-live steal
win
Super
at
Marco.
Lord. But Carl TZ was able to win it out. Carl TZ was half a second late.
It was tough because Falcons APBREN, if their intentions were pure, it would have made
Ah.
sense how they engaged. But
Yes.
Liquid Echo.
Ow! Sanji!
Go on, charge into the wall he goes. There's tons of damage. being
Marco,
laid down.
patay!
And now
Tigang
the
pa.
Dragons
Yun,
want
nahil.
to stay in the front. Sanford has to
Kaya, boom!
away. Spirit of Destruction comes in from
JP.
Super Marco again. And now Benny Cutie
Benny,
back off.
putang inang-
Flap has to back off though. As the full force of FPL.
Kinakar na siya.
Oh my God! Fight forever, you two. It's only game number 1. Yeah, don't take.
Dalawa
it
patay
slow.
sa Echo, pero parang
Don't swing
kontrolado pa rin
right
ang
out of
Echo,
the
ah.
gate. And you saw there, actually, Carl Tizzy made the decision to allow himself to absorb the stun from
Practice
the
na
depth
shout.
of welcome. When Carl Tizzy
Hindi.
spun out Sanford,
Puro pangalan lang binabanggit ko.
2,593 assists. He currently tops
Napapabanggit lang tayo ng pangalan.
MPL Philippines all 13 seasons. That's the golden goat.
And they beat that record by 1.
Hindi tayo pwede
Just
mag-shoutcast.
by 1,
Ano na.
and the match isn't even
Bulol tayo,
over
bulol.
yet. You, with this Novaria, setting up vision, setting up fights, and allowing Falcons APBREN to, despite the disastrous results of that first Lord take, have map control, a relative ease of recovery for the Falcons APBREN camp here, whose win rate is, I don't know if you guys agree with me here, slightly above Liquid Echo now. That's what the AI, that's what the algorithm says.
Yeah, based on that.
Yeah, and I agree with it because right now it's not too massive a lead in terms of the resources. Benny Cutie already has some.
I want
You
to
saw
make
how
it
much
right.
he would hurt Flap Teasy with the basic attacks on human form. So Liquid Echo will have a damage, will have the damage. But the problem is, again, Falcons APBREN, they drafted a lineup. If you look at the Rafaela, Yuzhong, Barretts, that's a very solid core that allows a Novaria and a Moskov to split up and open the map. Here comes Falcons.
Okay, Sanji's going to go ahead and grab that ultimate he's looking for, the Echo. But really, it looked like they wanted to make a play down there, knowing that they have a very a minor lead working around with this. But Lord's going to go ahead and get that enhance and spawn now into the Land of Dawn.
Falcons are rotating. Gonna check in on the Lord. Huge advantage for them. They're there maybe 5-10 seconds earlier than Liquid Echo.
Yep.
They can go ahead and start up the dance. Lord here, 3/4 of its health, approaching half now. Carl Tizzy spotted by the missile expert. Lord here,
Ayun,
a fifth of
pati
its
na ni
health.
Marco.
They are just
Level
going
14 pa
for it
lang.
under the half mark, the fourth mark.
Pakito,
Carl Tizzy
pakito.
Ben Kyle Tizzy to meet him. Dragon form going to be
Stun,
used as well.
stun.
Spirit Destruction
Nasa
down.
Marco.
And he
Marco.
has to grab it. Super
Putang
Marco
ina.
in trouble as he gets punished from Benny
Aga
Cutie.
lumabas.
Cap runs from the punches of the
Inabangan siya eh.
Stanford as he finds the 1-2 and they grab Ogwin as well. It's only
Napaaga pa,
Kyle
sak ni Marco.
Tizzy left to his own.
Walang tatangki.
Disastrous. I could have sworn I was back in Jakarta.
Napindot yan, napindot.
Into the back line.
Misclick.
Much as you would as a Yuzhong, but he's playing a pack. They're going straight for the base.
They're gonna run
Walang
it
minions.
down the mid.
Ay, may
Kyle
minions.
Tizzy
And the
can
ball.
only
10 seconds,
watch
kaya? No, hindi na kaya.
as
Indable na yan.
drives in. Liquid Echo finishes it in a 14-minute game number 1.
Namatay si ano eh.
Carl Tizzy.
Namatay si...
Retribution
Si Carl
wins.
at si Marco.
Moments.
Nice one, JP.
Liquid Echo got the sign at the right time to fight it out. And in that Lord, they got the sign and they won the fight.
And what's crazy about that last engage was it was Falcons first to the scene. They had all of the initiative. They even pulled the PDF, the preemptive Black Dragon form. And it wasn't enough. It's amazing. They did not expect, they did not think that Sanji would have found the flank. I didn't even see Sanji there.
Yeah, it was a San duo flank actually. Sanford from the, let's say the south, Sanji from the north, and both of them pincering maneuver. They really look like a scorpion.
It's a
Yeah.
San sandwich.
It's a
San
sandwich,
sandwich.
exactly.
Sandwich.
That's good.
Credit Leo for that.
San sandwich. And
Came
that's-
from in here, I think. Or not, I don't know.
I was gonna say. Well, either way, talk about. I don't know. This feels weird because we're so used to longer Lord dances, but this was just like a. I was gonna say a word in Tagalog that I'm not sure if it's right, but
We'll
Uh,
translate it.
it's Bardagulan, right?
Bardagulan, it's a
Bard-
brawl.
It's
Yeah.
a brawl. There we go. That's
We'll
what it
throw
is.
over to our analysts try to break down exactly what just happened. It's midnight, by the way.
It's midnight.
Looks great.
Cavalry! Are you not entertained? Liquid Echo gets first blood in this grand finals of MPL Philippines Season 13. Napakalupit ng pinakita sa atin at pinamalas ng Liquid Echo dito sa game number 1 on the back of an MVP performance mula dito kay Paquito na si San Ford, again, napakalupit ang pinamalas ng kanyang mga kamao para masuntok ang unang laro dito sa finals laban sa Falcons APBREN. Sanford, pinakita niya lang dito na wala siyang takot pumasok. Wala siyang pinipiling target. Lahat ng makita niya sa unahan ay sa kanyang susuntukin. 3-1-5 ang kanyang KDA, 73% kill participation. Very crucial dito yung kanyang piniling emblem, yung kanyang fighter emblem alongside the agility para meron siyang chasing power. At idagdag mo pa dyan yung quantum charge and of course the flicker. And napakaganda rin ang kanyang itemization dito. Hunter strike, again may mobility rin yan kapag umabot ka ng 3 strikes, and then rekta sa blade armor. Majority ng damage output na kailangang intindihin ni Sanford dito sa front lines ng Falcons APBREN ay physical damage. Nandiyan yung Yuzong, nandiyan yung Barats, and of course nandiyan din yung Moskov. Kaya naman hindi siya masyado nahihirapan from frontline dito kasi yung mga damage na nilalabas dito ng Falcons APBREN ay namimitigate. Dagdag mo pa dyan yung existence ng kanyang warrior boots. Kaya naman yung kanyang pag-assassinate sa backline ay napakadali lang kasi essentially kapag nagpakita siya may likuran, ang hinaharap niya rito ay sila Few at pati na rin sila Super Marco. Falcons APBREN naman meron silang way para mag-initiate ng teamfights dito. The only difference is ang lineup ng Liquid Echo dito ay pwedeng maghabol 24/7. Wag niyong gagawin yon, lalo sa mga nag-ahabol ng mga jowa dyan. Pero for Falcons APBREN, naghihintay kasi sila ng set with a Petrify coming out from Flap TC. Nakakita naman tayo ng iilang teamfight dito na lumawag.
4-3 Liquid Echo, wow.
Dahil nga yung setups, ayan, napakaraming follow-up.
Okay.
Mula dito sa
Bold.
side ng Falcons APBREN.
Bold prediction, ha?
Welcome.
Hoy.
Nandiyan yung Petrify.
What happened?
Nandiyan din yung stun na pwede manggaling dito kay Ogren. And of course, yung mobility na meron dito si Super Marco ay magagamit niya to maneuver around these fights. Pero when it comes to all-out skirmishes for the side of Liquid Echo, kapag walang nakatarget dito ang Falcons APBREN, ay pwede silang tuloy-tuloy lang mag-engage. As you're seeing it right now, yung advantage ng Liquid Echo dito ay pwede nilang habulin yung mga members and yung mga heroes ng Falcons APBREN dahil amplified din yung kanilang pagiging aggressive dito sa mapa dahil nandiyan din yung Florin na nakakapagbigay ng global heal. Essentially, ito yung ultimate version na tinatawag natin before na ube dahil hindi kailangan sumama ng utility support or ng healer ng Liquid Echo dahil kahit saan aabot dito yung bloom ni JP on the Florin. And ngayon makikita natin ang ating mga emblem dito. Super important na tingnan natin yung emblem ni Benny Cutie. Talagang pinifavor niya ang kanyang assassin emblem alongside the Thrill, Master Assassin.
Abot game 7 niya sir, oh. Sana nga mabot.
Adding to the additional chasing
Kaso
power
matagal.
for Benny Cutie. And yung 1v1 situation laban kay Super Marco, it allows the Roger to be able to fight against the Moskov. Dahil kapag tinamaan ka or kapag nag-proc yung weakness finder, mas bumababa yung lakas ni Moskov dahil bumababa yung kanyang attack speed, magiging super dependent siya sa kanyang mobility dahil nga may movement speed nerf din kapag nagpo-proc yung weakness finder. Dagdag mo pa dyan yung slows na nanggagaling dito sa corrosion site. Kaya tuloy-tuloy yung paglaban dito ng Liquid Echo kasi basta may madikita silang target, nandyan yung mga Terrify, nandyan yung Taunt, nandyan yung suntok ni Sanford, nandyan din yung kanilang heal and yung defense. Kaya naman, ang hirap din labanan ng kanilang composition dahil yung lineup ng Falcons APBREN ay naghihintay ng mga proper setups. Very important din dito yung kanilang mga anti-heal, yung Necklace of Durance na nahawakan ni Sanji dahil nalilimitahan din yung heal na nanggagaling dito kay Rafaela on Ogwen. Now, looking at the stats here, Rich Guy, of course, Benny Cutie, 762 GPM. Nagkaroon tayo ng malaking contrast sa playstyle ng mga gold laner dahil instead na nagpo-farm lang si Benny Cutie ay talagang hinahabol niya yung mga skirmishes sa mid-game dahil alam nila na lamang sila dito sa side ng Liquid Echo. Kaya naman makikita natin napakataas ng kanyang damage dealt. Even placing as the second damage dealer dito sa side ng Liquid Echo. Only behind dito kay Sanji dahil alam naman natin gano'ng kasakit ang isang Valentina but also near the damage output of you on the Novaria. Usually, nakikita natin yung Novaria kahit sa side yan, madalas talagang mas malayo yung kanilang damage. Pero dahil nga sa ginagawa ni Sanford kanina, ay nadidissuade din yung Falcons APBREN na labanan dito ang Liquid Echo dahil nga laging may assassin. Essentially na parang assassin pero fighter talaga na humahunting dito sa mga members ng Falcons APBREN. And it allows Liquid Echo na lumaban ng rambulan dahil yung Falcons APBREN dito hindi sila makaharap ng proper team fight kasi nga ang daming nanggugulo, ang daming nangahabol. Si Benny cutie, kumakalmot lang, and meron pang heal na manggagaling kay JP. Essentially, may reset din dito yung Liquid Echo kapag kinailangan na nila ng backup against Falcon's APBREN. Nakakita naman tayo ng mga malupit na suntukan ng early game dahil nga may teamfight prowess ang Falcon's APBREN. Pero pagdating sa mga skirmishes, talagang doon na lumalamang ang Liquid Echo dahil kaya nilang habulin, kaya nilang mag-reset, kaya nilang i-sustain, and essentially, kaya nilang i-dismantle dito yung nature ng composition ng Falcon's APBREN. Now, makikita natin dito sa heat map ang galaw ng ating mga players. Dito natin makikita or mababasa kung paano ba yung nangyari dito sa unang rotation sa first 5 minutes. And this is Carl TZ. Again, very typical and classic rotation para sa mga jungler. Kuha ka ng farm, make sure na makuha mo yung level 4. And immediate na manggugulo ka sa side lane. And this is very tactical kasi nalilimitahan mo yung pwedeng gawin ng kalaban mo sa mid lane. And of course, it forces out the reaction to deal with the jungler. Kaya naman nagkakaroon tayo ng parang struggle sa mga side lane dahil laging nandoon yung bakbakan dahil dumadalo na rin nga talaga ang ating mga jungler. And after doon, nakita natin, nagkaroon ng focus dito ang Liquid Echo na i-contest yung early game na pwede makuha ng Falcon's APBREN, forcing out the skirmishes, even yung mga battle spells sa side nila. And naturally, pagdating ng mid-game, doon na natin nakita yung strength na meron kang Roger and of course yung Florin din. Dagdag mo pa dyan yung Pakito ni Sanford na magdamag talagang hinabol yung heroes dito ng Falcon's APBREN. Kaya naman sila ang una nakakuha ng first blood. Una na first blood pa dito sa ating game number 1. Mainit! Ang game number 2 natin, ako legit naiinitan ako dahil sobrang init talaga nung bakbakan. Kaya naman palamig muna tayo at bumalik muna tayo sa ating host na si Mara at pati na rin si Hans.
It's the last match of the season. Alam mo, Hans, gusto ko malaman kung gaano ka-excited nga ang ating mga manonood dito.
Okay, go for it. Go
Pwede
for it.
pwede bang mag-cheer ang mga Falcons APBREN? Okay, okay.
That's pretty loud. That's pretty loud.
All right. Okay, how about here? Liquid Echo! Nakita sa camera yung kabilang team. Ulitin natin. Falcons APBREN!
Full house tayo today,
Full
that's for
house
sure.
tayo today. Pero just to be sure, hindi ako pumili ng
Yun na nga.
kulay.
Actually, nakita ko yung post mo nung nakaraan. Parang kung ano daw yung sinusot mo, yun daw yung
Mananalo.
mananalo.
So pula tayo today.
Okay,
Pula
play
tayo
safe
today.
tayo slide today.
Tignan naman natin, kamustahin natin ang ating mga talents from the Bahasa Indonesia broadcast. Hello!
Mirko, KB, you guys there?
Hello. Yeah, we can hear you.
Hi, Mirko. Hi, KB. My gosh. What do you think
Mirko.
about the game so far? 14 minutes, just 2 lords?
Mirko! Mirko bang?
They're just doing their job.
Okay.
How about you,
I think-
Mirko?
I
Were you
think it's
surprised?
actually-
Ano
Yeah,
inuluto
I was
doon?
actually really surprised, because my prediction before this match is Falcons APBREN to win
Walang ulam, Cheki.
4-0. What?
Well, we know what
Hey.
happens when Mirko
Yaman na.
guesses.
Yeah.
We know what happens when you guess.
You know what, Mirko? I'm gonna ask you a different question this time. We've seen
Yeah,
quite
yaman
a short game in game number 1. How do you think the rest of the series will go?
Yeah.
Well, whatever it
Yeah,
is,
gonna
whether
do.
it's a sweep or whether it goes 4-2 or 4-3, how do you think will the series go? Will it be short games or will it be longer games for you?
Go, Echo. Go, Bren. Michael Jackson on thumbnail.
It seems like the fast tempo.
JP yun, ano
have
Michael
a big
Jackson?
advantage in these games.
Galing Benny, oo nga,
I
putang
think
yan.
most
Hindi,
of the
pangit
games
yung
will be
pagkapasok
quite
ni
quick,
Marco
maybe
eh.
15 minute, but if we do get games,
Napaaga yung pasok niya,
banger.
na-delete kagad siya.
A 40-minute banger.
40 minutes? My gosh. What about you, KB?
I think Echo will stay with this tempo, right? They got the advantage. They will play as fast as they
Mirko,
can.
eh, Echo
But
yan.
what if Falcon APBREN will drag the game to late game?
Gutom na nga
It
ako
could
eh.
be a disaster from Team Liquid
Dude, kuha mo
because
naman tubig.
they love to play fast.
Ayun mo kay Lay.
Really,
Ito yung malaki. Papalagyan mo ka mo kay Lay.
can I say weak?
Naubos yung ano ko, laway ko.
Late game.
Yeah, in late game moment. So Falcon APBREN can
Nakati yung laway pag salta
But
sa
seriously,
stream.
guys, just do your job until the late game.
Okay, let's see about that. Now, these teams are going to be might be facing Indonesia in the upcoming MSC. If you guys were to pick, who would you want to face Indonesia and why? Would it be Liquid Echo or Falcons APBREN? We'll start with Marco.
We have the same answer.
Oh, same answer. What is it?
Same answer.
Yeah. Wait, 1,
3, 2.
TNC. Yo, my man. Yeah.
Yes,
Fun fact, I'm a big fan of TNC.
Same, biggest fan.
Yan, trust talk natin.
Okay.
Gago
No, but
taga si
for real,
Mirko.
for real. Let's get you to pick a team.
Yeah, from
Who
these
would
two.
Who would you rather Indonesia face?
I think it's for Team Liquid. So we can see Beginner Alpha that very, very hard for the early game against the team that very, very express on the early game, Team Liquid Echo.
Yeah.
Okay. So
You feel the same, Marco?
yeah, I think so.
Because KB said Liquid Echo, I'll have to agree, but I'll agree in a different way.
How?
Falcons
Okay.
APBREN will win, so Falcons APBREN. Yeah.
No, Mirko, no.
Yeah, no?
Don't say that. You curse them.
It's okay. We want that to
It's
happen.
okay. Okay. Okay, Mara, it's okay, Hans. Okay.
They're thinking about it, but we're here. We're here. Now you talked about Echo Express. You talked
Naging
about
branding na
all the
yung...
other teams. I
Naging
want
brand na
you
ni
this
Mirko
time
yung ano
around
yun,
to
Mirkers.
figure out how the series will
Sheesh.
unfold. Miracle, you mentioned 4-0 a while ago. You're gonna have to change that now. How do you think, or what do you think is the final score of this series for you?
Honestly, I really don't care who wins as long as it's 4-3, but I'll say Falcons APBREN 4-3.
Falcons APBREN for you. What about for KB?
Curse.
Yeah, 4-2. Falcon AP brand.
Oh, both. Both for Falcon APBREN. Well, we'll see about that. So we're going to head to game number 2. Thank you so much. Bye, KB. Bye, Mirko. We'll
Good
see
seeing
you
you
soon.
guys.
See ya. Thank you.
Let's see if their predictions are right. At sa lahat ng ating mga manonood, write down below who you think will win. Will it be Falcons APBREN or Liquid Echo? Punta na tayo sa ating mga casters para simulan ang game number 2. Casters, pass up!
Wait na.
Great hearing from Hans and Maran as well.
Natulog
Our
ako
good
lang lagi.
friends,
Oo, ba dito?
Sirumpun and Tinimakasi to Kabe and
Mga
Mirko
pagbuta rin
back
dito.
at the desk prepping for game number 2. Leo, Naisu, and Reptar here at your service. We Bear Bros. Before we head back into battle, let's give a shout out to our official sponsor, Smart. Smart Gigarin is open to all Smart and TNT subscribers, where you can join an array of arcade games and esports tournaments, especially MLBB.
Here's how you guys join. All you have to do is create an account on gigaarena.smart using their Smart or TNT mobile numbers. And with the new Smart Giga Arena 20, you can unlock the world of Giga Arena tournaments for your shot at all the prizes you want.
Giga Arena comes with 2
Di, di, di.
100 MB for
Bawi,
all
Bren,
sites
bawi.
for only 20 pesos, valid for 1 day only. Load
Sayang
Giga
guest
Arena
coins ko,
20
guys. Sayang
online
guest coins.
store.
Smart Giga
Todo
Arena
tayo,
is
all in sa
on
Bren, guys,
social
coins eh.
media. There's a lot of activities, not just these casual daily tournaments that allow for you to test your skills and grow as a player in MLBB, but you can also get the skill
Napaaga talaga si Marco doon ng ano, pato.
sports tournaments, like empowering grassroots is what we're talking about. Also, as well, we'd like to shout out our official sponsor, Infinix GT Series. Outplay the Rest, brought to you by Infinix, the official sponsor of MPL Season 13.
Be unstoppable and outplay the rest with the Infinix GT series.
All right, so now back to brass tacks. I understand why and how our Indonesian brothers have so much trust in Falcons APBREN. Hell, you can call me guilty because I also think Falcons APBREN can do it. But with Liquid Echo now seemingly tilting the scales again, Reptar, why might they want to go blue?
Oh, well, the momentum on their side. They look comfortable drafting in the blue side. I think for them, they're going to be considering, are they really going to give the Fredrin? If they're thinking there's going to be a game number 7. So if the Fredrin doesn't go through, then as early as now, they can already come up with and try out their new variations. Bring out the other variations on the blue side that won't have the Fredrin available for them.
I think they still possibly go for the Fred, but I'm wondering too if we'd see a different roamer options for both of the teams here.
Which
Hindi mahirapan sila mag-chlorine. Walang pansit si ano, Ogwin. Dapat nagsiset si Ogwin eh. Kailangan may pangsit si Ogwin. Setter.
APBREN in game number 1, red side. Chip also very well acknowledged by Liquid Echo. Now we'll see the draft as we go into the game 2 proper. There's Baksha. Wow, look at the quick clap back.
Whoa, whoa!
They let these heroes through.
Whoa, we're already at this portion. Okay, so,
Nani?
yeah, Fredrin wasn't given. The Low Yi was picked up. We're not going to be seeing Low Yi chip. It's going to be banned out in the second phase by Falcon's APBREN. But that feels like a little bit of a flex by Liquid Echo because now with how the Low Yi, Baksha, and Roger pair up together, that's a lot of mobility. They don't need to play around that diversion. Those three heroes within their kits already move around the map fast. So Falcon's APBREN had to pick up something like the Novaria to get vision and utilize that to have a read of where Liquid Echo are in the map at times where they can't see them.
This is interesting because even with that, you know, we know how much a Lui Yi can change the course of game. And remember what we even saw before, right, from, what is it, the low-key king. We saw that from Aqua earlier where he was able to even end a game with it. But look at these last bans coming out. The floor was actually banned out by FCAP here. And there's the Claude.
They're going to give Chip Low Yi?
Chip Low Yi? Tanga, grabe naman, Chip Low Yi.
Did very well to try and stop how these are freaking the Fred, but it seems like the Baksha is what he's grown to love all season long, season 13. And yeah, they're saying, Daddy JP, make my day, your move. They let through the chip. What?
GG, pag Chip Low Yi. Binibigay tayo ni Coach Daki, Chip Low Yi.
The chip.
I'm trying to think right now, gold laner, but they can pick it up later. They know that Roger's going to be going into the gold, so they can spend a little bit more time thinking about what they're going to get. Jungle, maybe.
The Kov?
Yeah, the Moskov most likely is going to be later on, if not now. Yeah, they go ahead and pick up on Akai first, so a much better choice. Paquito into Akai, brave choice here by Liquid Echo, actually.
They're going to
Pick that up, yeah.
Is this the Chipak combo?
Yep.
What?
The
Chipak.
combo.
Chip with
Chip
the...
and a Paquito, yeah.
My
I like it.
Chip ba naman?
It is. Oh, it's Carmilla.
Edit? Carmilla.
Makes a lot of sense. It's Burst.
Was banned out game 1.
Yeah, and Carmilla is very happy paired up with Burst heroes. The Paquito is one of the Low Yi as well. So that will actually mean that if ever you don't get a good rotation,
Tanga, baka malaman mo yung extension, ha?
it's good because the Carmilla is going to be sharing.
Masipa mo eh.
Thinking about a team fighting perspective. Gold laner, it feels like, are they still really going to go to Moskov? I feel like Liquid Echo have drafted lineups that will actually give a Moskov quite some difficulty. But it will be.
Moskov again?
Marco's resolution, I'll just play better.
Ha?
I'm just going to dodge all them bullets. And
Best of 7 to eh, finals.
there's a good amount of peel between the Minotaur and the Yuzhong, and of course the displacement provided by the Akai. So, again, combat mobility. Falcon's APBREN have it in spades. But when you're looking at just sheer mobility, folding the map in half, Liquid Echo, no one comes close. Maybe only if they added a chip, that would make it worse, but with the Low Yi, just almost anything's possible.
You can literally bring in the cavalry with this hero, right? That's something that they're going to have to look out for, of course. We're taking a look at this lineup rating, though. Of course, things can be a little skewed here. But interestingly enough, it is going to be FCAP with that lead and that lineup rating.
Yeah, the algorithm seems to really, really favor vision and utility. And it doesn't quite account for the amount of burst and the mobility on the map that the diversion can provide. So going into
game 2!
The cavalry have momentum on their
Bawi!
side.
Go, Bren! Go, Bren!
I'm looking at that Akai thing as maybe one of the biggest reasons why our lineup rating got skewed here, because looking at the overall team fighting desires of Liquid Echo with their lineup, the Paquito, the Roger, the Carmilla, all of them will get messed up by an Akai. The Curse of Blood goes down.
Carmilla, JP! Your fault again.
Echo from getting the team fight they want to have. While the Curse of
micro sa gilid.
The members of Falcon's APBREN.
Micro sa gilid.
These emblems right here. Marco rocking the same emblem set as earlier.
Yep. Pretty much the same.
Cabbage.
Too out in terms of the emblem picks. A lot of them starting with the boots already.
Roger Mosto ba ang matchup ngayon? Grabe yung tapatan niya, Roger Mosto ba?
A little bit more physical defense for each other.
About a minute.
Turtle
spawning now. Huge presence for Falcon's APBREN.
Yaman lang yan, yaman lang. Hindi, ito, okay na.
Yeah, they really do want to force themselves on this side. Kaltizi just going to scoot on through the wall there. Of course, Flapteasy will take a couple punches, but this is what we see time and time again, all leading into that first objective, that turtle coming up in about less than 30 seconds here.
Yeah, that was a good rotation into the jungle of Carl Teasy by Kyle Teasy. Gets a little bit more information, and now that allows Falcons APBREN to press a little bit more forward.
Purify, Marco, Purify, Roger.
Where their place and the map, their positioning is
Puro
important
setter.
for the first turtle of the game.
Carmilla, Purify pa talaga, no? Talagang Purify lang siya.
Started a running.
Hindi siya
Looking to
magpabago.
get level 4. All these members of Liquid Echo and Falcons APBREN, it seems to have come to a crawl. They're waiting for that last wave to click.
Punot
And
ng Bren
now
yun.
the dance. Carl and Kyle.
Carl and Kyle
First
going
turn,
at it.
pag nakuha ng Ego to, alam na. Kyle, right po, sana mo.
Will be able to get the turtle.
Grabe ka na, Carl.
Kyle in trouble. Dragon form going to be used by Flapteasy. Has some suppressing
Carl!
fire. So blood comes down, and it's a double for Sanford.
TC Brothers!
Inhuman.
Yep.
He's an Omega level mutant.
TC Brothers, we're down!
Threat.
Fucking
Falcons
shit.
APBREN right now. It's like he was there holding his ground, heavy spun, and told Echo, my Orcas to me. And remember, with a heavy spin, if you're pinned down to the wall, it's not like you're stunned for the entire duration. There are little moments for you to get a skill out and to get a battle spell off. Carl Teasy just found the right moment. And again, this is him continuing his trend from the previous game. He's just so on point today with the retributions.
Oh, wow. Game 1, it was few that broke through. And now it's Carl Teasy. Number 3 now, only behind the Queen.
Grabe naman, Carl. Puro ka na lang achievements.
That Carl started as a jungler, a mid laner, as you would call in the old days.
Yeah.
And now he's here. Top 3 assists.
It just goes to show how much his game has evolved. In an interview earlier in this playoffs, he mentioned, really, the shot calling that I do for my teammates, I don't care about myself anymore. It's all for them.
Yeah, he plays like it too. You can really see it, and a lot of times the way that they just move around the map, this squad here from Liquid Echo, you can see just how dominant they can be, especially when they find themselves a lead. But we've seen the same thing on the flip side from Falcons APBREN, and that's why this is going to be so tense.
1.5 na agad lamang ng Echo. 1.5k gold lead. Oh my god. Wow, TP. Sanford! Malas yan, Sanford.
I would assume gold as well. The river started running. And this is another chance for Falcons
Putang
APBREN
item
to
na
make
agad si
a move
Roger.
back into
Wintoker.
position.
First item, minsan no. First item nila, corrosion, no?
I would have even maybe scratched my nose with that amazing heavy spin. But no, Carl Teasy plays the mean high as well. So he knows.
Grabe naman si Carl.
Yeah, he knows the windows of time.
Dalawang makunat.
Already up.
Tinatalo.
Wind Talker here. Sanford has a Hunter Strike.
Okay, once again, Oakland, this time around, we'll have them no Fury ready if you want
Oh,
to set JP.
Louis,
Hold him in the front
JP,
side too.
Sanford, si Sanford lang.
Go on the backside again, looking for a few. Will be able to get the turtle.
Yun na naman ang uwa.
Coming out from the heavy spin. Oakland tries to flicker away, but gets punched by Sanford.
Puta, ubos naman ng Echo. Ay, ubos ng APBREN.
on the run. They're going to be chased down. The
Fuck.
left bounce comes in, and he gets squashed
Fluffy.
down by Benny Cutie.
Tangin ang galing ni Pew, nakakadalawang turtle na.
You see how many ults were thrown onto that young man, onto that Baksha?
Yeah, and he held his
Tara,
ground.
redemption nga ng Echo to.
And yet again, Few got a steal onto the turtle with a Star Shatter. That was a great use. Oh, 40.
Oh, he's going to go in.
Pang, inang
They get the
sakit.
flicker out, but it's Carl
Tangin
Teasy.
pakito, sakit.
Gets zoned back out,
up
hops
top.
over the wall, diversion play. Gonna use Super Marco, gonna walk right into
Puta na,
it,
ito ba?
trying to get anything he can. But Benny
muntik
Cutie
pa yun,
will
ah.
get the kill again on the board.
Tik pa makasilat.
All directions.
Lang na, binigay Louie.
Go to go. Liquid Echo in a state of flow.
Tangin ng mga Sanford, mamaw sa pakito.
Out of their minds, Falcons APBREN don't know where to go. Look at the items, the massive gold gap, 1,400 is the lead of the Paquito over
Putang
the
ina,
Yuzong.
1K nga.
And we're seeing how
Gold
Sanford's
gap.
been using those diversions, sending Sanford behind enemy lines as the sole flanker for Liquid Echo.
GG, Bren.
GG,
GG, Bren.
For Marco or to any other member of Falcons APBREN.
And this is the usual
Buti na, wala nang ulan na.
Falcons
Tangin na.
APBREN have prioritized. It was a stellar record on
Nakisama
prior
ang
to this
ulan.
matchup. And now it's suffering. It's
2K lang, kaya pa yan.
Time, and I think I'm mincing my words here. By 40,
Isang clash lang na wipeout yan.
Pac-Man.
Okay.
What 40's friends
Slow.
call him when he plays the Paquito, the Pac-Man.
Yeah, no fear. No fear in his eyes. Oh, look at that. They're sending Sanford to get information.
It's like a paratrooper, like in the heat of things. Like,
Yeah.
no vision, just go check.
It's like send a Paquito to knock people out from behind. That is wild. Let's see if Falcon's APBREN can turn this around here in this turtle, though.
Okay, once again, going to be starting up. Carl make his way here. The dancing off with Kyle. Ogwin waiting patiently. JP as well. Now on the front side, Ogwin jumps in.
Yun na naman!
We'll be able to get the turtle, and now who can win the fight? Ogwin has to get out as well as Kyle. But Liquid Echo wants the fight.
Sakit!
And Flap TZ will be fine.
Diversion.
Sanford there. Sanford and Bene! They find all three!
Putang ina.
A diversion
Nagwala na si Paquito.
will go and dismantle
Yun na, yun,
A fear
stun.
destruction from Super Marco when he's too late.
Tang ina, lugi na lugi.
Again.
Now Liquid Echo is gonna commit vandalism
Gago.
and Grand Theft Purple taking down
Tansan duo, tang ina.
like a drop pod assault, bringing in two Astartes right behind enemy lines.
Tansan duo. Namamayagpag.
With how he's being set behind enemy lines to deal all that damage, it's like he's a battle cruiser and he's operating.
If yun, nakakarami ng turtle.
Falcon's APBREN
Parang siya yung may
is
retry.
staying out of their comfort
Nang
zone
yan.
because Liquid Echo are forcing that. Falcon's APBREN have a formation, play around the objectives, play around this box. Liquid Echo says, what box? We're gonna box with you instead.
Literally.
Literally.
He got dynamite in his hands. Sanford literally just playing. This is an MVP performance. If game
for
one
sure.
wasn't
MVP
enough,
Sanford.
he's just going off of that
Matik
flow.
naman eh, kita tayo.
If this goes to
5-0-1.
to start off this grand finals, he did it with what?
Snowball agad.
That has a finals MVP skin.
Alam mo talaga, Sanford.
Falcon's APBREN.
Lupit mo.
That's poetic and ironic.
A taste of their own
Dapat
medicine.
pinagbabarot yun si Sanford eh.
Again, I'm surprised that even with this, the way it's unfolding, man, he's got it that second time. So I wouldn't be surprised if
Yan ang tubig
later
ko,
on
lagi
throughout the
natulog.
series, Sanford doesn't get to play the Paquito again. So he's got
Tagas
to
lagi.
now, and he is making it a showcase.
Wait, even without fighting happening, I can tell that Falcon's APBREN's formation is compromised. They don't want to play this tight. They don't want to be this careful. Because again, you need to get farm up on Marco. You need to catch up. Benny Cutie has been having... Joseph, I think he's had more than just the GLE. Like, this is something else entirely.
This is an entire vacation experience paid for, basically, at this point.
Yeah.
And now, once again, diversion going to be used. Sanford's the package. He's there
Sanford
for
na naman. Lagi si Sanford pinapadala.
Actually, Lord.
Putang ina, kawawa na si Pew.
But Pew getting caught out again. Sanford
Hindi mahalang ni Yusong eh.
And now they reset fully. Super Marco, though, on the bottom side, pushing down.
Putang ina, nilalakton ni Sanford si Pew ah.
Way too long. The Liquid Echo
Wala daw galawan sa pwesto.
Reset for the Lord. Send Sanford back to the bottom lane. They can quickly get back into the Lord pit. But these moments...
Pag nahuli na si Sanford dito, masyadong nakakabante pa Bren dito.
The window of relative patience that they've opened up for Falcon's APBREN allowed for Super Marco, Bulletproof Marco to go rat-tat-tat with a rat strap, taking that tier 1 down bottom. That's standing gold, basically. That's Falcon's APBREN getting a little bit of a breather.
Yeah, I'm surprised they managed to give themselves that breather. I was thinking that Liquid Echo would just go ahead and take that Lord, but still kind of playing it safe here. Looking to push now on the bottom
Putang
side.
ina, mahal si Marco. Marco. Hindi, naamoy niya.
He has an almost 3,000 gold lead over
Smell Paquito daw, smell Paquito.
Okay, I won't be too generous with the numbers, but that's already built up. And at this point in the game, that's an experience gap as well. So Falcon's APBREN, they have to watch out for the burst capability of the Paquito, and here we go again.
Yan naman. Putang ina.
Sanford goes in with 1-2
Putang ina mo.
and he'll get the kill as well.
Gaga pa rin mo to. Tangin, lakas magpakita ni Sanford. Tangin na, hindi binubuo yung ano eh. Kawawa si Pew.
Flap TZ, he's too low.
Tapo, ito pa Marco gago. Tangin yung kanyang ball.
And they will go down. But Kyle TZ now at the front of it with Ogwin as he tries to hold them at bay. It's a 1-for-2
Hindi
trade.
Not enough damage,
makadiretso
but
si
hey,
Super
you're
Marco.
gonna take what you
Nag-aalangan
can
pa
get at
siya.
this point of your Falcons, APBREN.
Ang
Great
inang
knock-up
Sanford
there
dyan,
by
flicker, second
Owen.
skill.
That despair
Flicker
stop
dash.
allowed Falcons APBREN a little breathing room.
Jeez, tuntuan na naman si Mirko niya, Matic. Napapa-Sanford na naman yun. Sanford!
It could have been disastrous,
Sasabihin
but
ko,
it was just
Sanford!
a trade of blows. Liquid Echo
Sanford!
the damage.
Benny! Beauty girl, GC yan Yawi.
Super Marco has been very
Lalo
patient,
pala si Yawi.
but he
JP
needs
lang
just a
pala
little bit
JP.
more time. The dance has once again
Yan na naman!
begun. Lord here
Takot na si Pew!
at about half health.
Gago, may trauma na.
Between Liquid Echo and FCAP.
Bangungot eh.
Already dropping the curse of blood. Calteezy gonna heavy spin it
Ayun, buta.
way
Ayun!
towards the
Putang
Lord
ina.
here. Now Sanford gonna be able to
Yan,
just
dapat
spot it
ganun ni
out.
Marco.
Do they decide
Sanji,
to
Sanji.
engage? Look at
Putang
Sanji
ina.
gets the combo off.
Putang ina mo,
Super
sakit.
Marco goes down. And now FCAP
Dami
wants to
nakaabang
find
sa
out
ano.
to ignore the Lord.
Uy!
Goes in,
Tapos,
Q will
JP.
find the snipe. And now it's Benny Cutie on the run here. Flap TZ still on the run. But he
tangin ng
gets taken
Sanford to.
down by punch
Nagwawala.
after punch from Sanford. 7-0
Walang
in
damage.
3 of the Paquito.
That's a world championship Paquito.
Ganda na sana ng deny ni Marco kaya na eh. Flap TC. Ay kay Sanford medyo napatras eh. Kaso nakabang din si Sanji. Putang ina. Putang ina ng Dota. Hindi matalo.
Is the San duo finding new ways to
Kaya nga, tangina.
Sanji positioning
Ang sakto
himself
naman
as
ng
he
burst
was
ni Louie,
playing
no?
his mid-lane push.
Tangina niya pag na-stand
And of
ka.
course, Sanford doing Sanford things, but now
Gamit
Sanji
mo ay
literally telling Sanford,
kawawa
this is
yung
where
kalabo
you're
pala.
gonna teleport.
Putang ina, one-port lang ang buhay niya yan.
Lalo pag ano mo gamitin yung ano niya, skill combo niya, may combo yun eh.
Kaya nga, yun na nga. Na-stand ka. Bus ka agad buhay ni Marco eh.
Pag alam mo yung skill combo nung kalabo ka yun.
The dance continues.
May
The
stand.
dance restarted.
Yan na naman, nakabang na naman oh.
About half health now. All
Hindi
members
nagpapakita
of
eh.
up and alive.
Tatlong bus niya. Ayun.
TZ in trouble. Half health
Wala.
already. Ogun
Okay.
goes in. Spirit of Destruction not
Sayang,
gonna
hindi
land.
mama.
Liquid Echo knows
Yun
that
lang.
they have this Lord. Super Marco not able to join the fight. And because of the miss
Ay
arrow,
naman, hindi tumama. Ang ganda sana kung tumama yun. Balatan na naman sana.
Won't hit the mark, and that means this first Lord of the game will go to Liquid Echo. You saw there how Echo forced back the members of
Tangina, banatan sana ulit
Every
yan.
time they see Caltezy, they just want to do one thing. Try to force out that heavy spin. The problem is, if Caltezy doesn't use the heavy spin, the problem is for FCAP, he'll have to use his dash. That little belly bump that he does, that headbutt.
It's called the headbutt.
Yeah, the headbutt. Away. And then that's going to be one gap closer that he won't have available for him. So
Wala na. Naipit na naman si Kyle. Ulti ka na.
well, he dashes back into the base with a fence, but he
Putang
gets
ina,
crashed
tunaw agad.
by the Lord. Flap has to use a dragon form, keeping them at
Putang
bay.
ina, daming
Lord
yan.
still
2-0?
alive. Half health here.
2-0 ba?
They should be able to make quick work
Grabe
now. They
naman, no?
lost the mid turret, and now Liquid
Ganda
Echo,
ball ata.
10,000
ball.
gold ahead, will make their work on this bottom turret.
Hindi pa, malayo pa.
They don't commit to it just yet.
9K gold
FCAP
lead, tang
holds
ina.
it together for now.
Falcons APBREN have to switch it up. They have to step on the clutch and change their defensive play, but now they jump in.
This might be the moment they're looking for. Ogun gets a huge knockdown.
Yun, nakaset!
Marco.
Nasit, gagi!
Easy into the wall. He
Ayan ang
gets
pagkakataon
it,
nila.
and they find the kill.
Marco, ay hindi. Marco,
Falcons
Marco! Ayun! Putang ina ko!
Super Marco finds
Tang ina ka,
another, and that
naka-teleport.
could be enough to
Tang ina.
turn the momentum in their
Gago,
favor.
ganda laban.
There's room to work with on the map. On the back of
Dali pa sana si Carmila eh.
5-man.
Aso nakauwi. Na-teleport.
By Super Marco means Falcons APBREN
Oh, APBREN.
out.
Not just, it was perfectly
Nag-teacher mo siya,
synchronized
APBREN.
with
Yun,
the
nakabawi na.
Flap TZ, which made it seem
Patay
like
dalawa eh.
two straight up next to each other almost.
Yeah.
Knockups on all the members of Liquid Echo, which now allows FCAP to actually
Ano mo, di
enter
maglaro
farm
ko
up
dyan.
on the map. Lord spawning in about a minute. Falcons APBREN making some
Ano ka lalakas?
Oh, look at Benny.
Oh!
Curse of blood gonna be used.
Putang
Benny
ina!
gonna jump in.
Uy, naipit si Benny. Ay, hindi.
Keeps them at bay. They
Buti na ano ni Kyle. Buta na sila.
Sanji joins the fight, and they're on the
Gago,
retreat.
tumatakbo sa Istanbul.
Ogun has the chance. Sands gets the knockup. Ogun now on the
Patay
run.
si Ogun.
Benny Cutie's hungry
Putang ina, patay nga.
for more as he finally takes down Ogun.
Tang ina si
And now
Sanford, no?
Falcons APBREN
Dinidate mo si Flap
has to go
TZ.
to defense once again.
Wala akong pakialam sa'yo.
Assault.
Pakito.
Liquid Echo are
Gago,
relentless.
sakit niyan.
They know
Tingnan
the
mo build
routine
niyan.
of their kids. They know what
Ang
they're
build
looking
nga niya,
for.
tingnan mo.
Their items, they
Ang
know what
damage
they're
lang niya,
capable
Hunter
of.
Strike,
Their
saka
aggression,
Rose Gold. Puro,
they did not let go.
ang sakit kasi ng combo niyan.
Super
Puro
Marco
depth na,
is incredibly
gago.
happy that he had a wind of nature at that moment.
Partida, snowball pa siya niyan, hindi siya nag-full damage, oh. 704.
The members of Liquid Echo, it could have
God.
gone terribly for Falcons.
Tang ina mo, sample.
Maybe 3,
As mo?
maybe even 4. But with Super Marco being able to stay alive,
Talo kasi sila nakarang season eh. Nalaglag sila eh, kaya puta, babawi talaga Echo eh.
problem is Liquid Echo still has
Di maka-lord man na si Kyle, oh.
They spot Kyle Teasy.
Puta, sunod
To
to.
the point of no return.
Might be up to Flap Teasy here to hold down the
Pag
front.
tumama to si Benny, bakbakan to.
They hold it here at a fourth of the health. Carl Teasy also half health. He has
Uy, 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 nangyari? Reset,
We're
reset.
back to the dance. Not a full one, but it's half health for now.
Sunod-sunod, add mo boss ah. Sunod-sunod ba? Sorry. Hindi ako naglagay niyan, YouTube.
Battle spells awaiting. Sanford's flicker. Ogwin's flicker.
Uh-oh.
Now Lord of the 10th of its health.
Curse of Blood gonna be dropped down.
No!
Takes a couple shots.
Keep it, Kyle, retry, Sanford, retry. Nice one!
We'll get the Lord.
Naka-lord din.
Punishes him back.
Kaso, ubos ata. Ubos ata.
Super Marco dropping down the spear.
Ang ina, ubos na.
Look at the damage. To Benny Curie again. Looking for a maniac.
Putang ina.
But they take him down
Ubos
anyway.
na.
Few finds Carl
GG.
Teasy. But Falcons APBREN.
Walang tore, gago,
They
GG.
might have just lost this game.
Dapat back agad.
Benny Curie.
Di, si Kyle.
Stanford are massively
Hindi, may lord.
down
Okay,
the
okay.
here.
May lord pa eh. Para lang si Kyle eh.
Will quickly. Few left to his own devices.
Gago, 10 seconds pa si Kyle. Wala na.
And the wave is gonna push in.
Ang ina,
Liquid
2-0.
Echo will take the game.
Ang ina.
Take the series 2-0.
Naubos. Puta, grabe yung check.
Not for a second.
Woo! Sabi ni Sanji, woo!
Take their foot off the gas. They have come out
Ina,
guns
si-
a-blazing. And they have put Falcons APBREN up against the
Sige
ropes.
nga.
Down but not out. But 2-0. Liquid Echo are unstoppable.
The horsemen, the 5 horsemen are marching forward and keep sending the Falcons back. It seems like every time Falcons APBREN wants to do something, the answer of Liquid Echo is simple. We fight better than you, and you know it. Benny Cutie there, I think he ended the game bulletproof in that one,
Yeah, he
if I'm
did.
not mistaken.
Bulletproof,
That was
not
this time around.
bruise. Wala, hindi na bulletproof. Puta na, 4 pa naman. Bulletproof pa.
How do you stop that? In the high of a hurricane,
Can't.
there is quiet. What do you do?
There's not much that you can do, and it looks
Take
like...
cover.
What?
Take cover.
Take cover.
You just take cover. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll throw it over to Midnight to break down game number 2 and get into the nitty-gritty of what exactly Liquid Echo is doing to go 2-0.
Dito sa Champions Arena, Liquid Echo takes game number 2 on the back of an amazing performance mula sa Roger ni Benny QT. Kumakalmot lang talaga ang ginagawa dito ng Roger. And ito yung dahilan bakit nahirapan din talaga ang Falcons APBREN dito sa game number 2. And of course, ang ating MVP ay walang iba kung hindi ang bagyo na si
Bagyo?
Benny QT.
Dapat si Sanford. Ba, yun.
6-5 flawless performance mula dito
Sanford
sa
dapat.
marksman ng Liquid Echo. Napakaganda. Again, nung kanilang ginagawa dito, yung paggamit ng kanilang gold laner na medyo masasabi natin parang kumuha din sa playbook ng Falcons APBREN. Kasi ang ginagawa ni Benny Q dito is talagang taga-follow up din siya. Of course, nandiyan yung kanyang chasing power. But this time around, instead of the weakness finder, pinili niya yung Impure Rage para may constant source of mana. Meron siyang pang-farm, mas pam yung kanyang lag and pounce para naman masigurado nila na sunod-sunod lang or tuloy-tuloy lang yung pag-arangkada ni Ben Q dito sa kanyang Roger. And again, makikita natin dito sa highlights natin na medyo similar pa rin talaga yung kanilang ginagawa dito nung game number 1. Nandoon si Sanford chasing the heroes on the backline. Kumbaga, ang purpose kasi ni Sanford dito is aside sa pagsusuntukin yung heroes ng Falcons APBREN ay bawasan yung mga members ng kanilang heroes para man ma-activate yung second skill ni BNQT and ma-amplify again yung kanilang chase potential. I would say mas mahirap yung naging game dito ng Falcons APBREN. Grabe din yung mga freestyle na ginagawa ni Sanford dito. And again, yung chase potential nadagdagan pa dahil meron pang diversion mula kay Louie. And yung team fight participation dito ng kanilang mga members ay talagang na-amplify yung pang last hit ni BNQT with the Lycan Pounce. Nakita naman natin na may konting bawi naman from the side of Falcons APBREN. It's still very similar to game number 1. Nandoon yung talon ng Minotaur, yung Petrify ni Flap Easy, yung counter engage, and of course yung mga tumatamang Star Shooter mula dito kay Pew and yung mga Spear of Destruction ni Super Marco. Ang mahirap lang talaga is laging may humahunting. Tapos may ultimate set ka pa ng Curse of Blood. Essentially, nalilimit dito yung movement ng Falcons APBREN kasi stuck sila doon sa team fight. Even though masabi natin may mobility spell naman si Super Marco dito, may talagang nahihirapan sila mag-engage. Pero may mga malulupit pa rin naman na place si Super Marco dito. Pero ang masasabi ko lang for Liquid Echo, they have one strategy in mind, which is i-bait natin yung mga objectives. Lahat, halos ng tinig ng Liquid Echo dito is ginamit nila. At of course, itatry mo pa rin na makuha yung neutral objectives. Pero ginagamit nila to para ma-bait at ma-force yung Falcons APBREN na lumaban sa kanila. And essentially, ang ginagawa ng Liquid Echo dito is parang Lord lahat ng neutral objectives. Kung saan, pwede ka naman mag-Lord/Turtle Dance tapos mag-turn ka ng mga hero. And doon natin nakita yung impact ni Sanford sa early game. Dahil nga napakataas ng damage output ng isang pakid sa early game. Kapag na-burst niya yung mga heroes, na-activate kagad yung Roger dahil nga nandyan yung pang-amoy and yung chasing power with the Lycan Pounce. Dagdag mo pa dyan yung additional sustain na makukuha niya rito sa Impure Rage. Hindi siya nawawalan ng mana. And then nandyan din yung lifesteal with the Endless Battle. Kaya naman, hirap na hirap din talaga yung Falcons APBREN. Nasagutin dito si Benny.
Grabe Sanford eh.
When it comes to the team fight, no, again, may Black Dragon form naman, may Minowan's Fury, may Novaria. Pero tandaan natin, yung ginagawa ni Sanford dito, yung panggugulo sa backline, essentially tinatanggal niya yung threat ng Falcons APBREN dito. Hindi sila makalaban, hindi sila makasetup, hindi nila ma-layer yung kanilang mga spells dahil nga may Pakito na humahaba.
Ang masahit ko kay Pakito yung ano eh.
Sabi na talagang naghanda rito ang Liquid Echo. 2 games na natin nakikita na hawak ng Falcons APBREN ang Novaria, pati na rin ng Yuzong. Pero at this point, I feel like Sanford has been a huge threat already on this Pakito dahil na-amplified din or napapalakas niya yung presence ni BNQT on the Roger. Dagdag mo pa dyan, pagdating mo ng late game, nandiyan yung Great Dragon Spear, yung Malefic Roar, and yung additional sustain na manggagaling sa Has Claws. Kompletos Ricardo dito. Yung
sila, laging ganun. Galing tumempo ng ano, echo talaga sa Lord. Sa class.
Hindi lang taga-last hit, kundi dagdag ano na rin siya. Dagdag
galing pumasok ni Benny.
Na umahabol dito sa side ng Falcons APBREN pagdating ng
2-0.
Ngayon, makikita natin na napakayaman ni Sanford, hindi lang dahil sa mga kills na nakukuha niya, although napakalaki ng streak, 9 minutes in, godlike na si Sanford, but also yung mga waves na nakiklear niya dahil nga libre makagalaw sa mga pa dito si Sanford. Essentially, walang pumipigil sa kanya, hindi siya pwedeng pigilan ng Yuzong kasi nakalaan yung Black Dragon Form, pati na rin identify sa mga neutral objectives. I think that's one loophole na inabis dito ng Liquid Echo na kilalang-kilala nila yung Falcons APBREN. Yung mga brawl, yung mga random skirmishes, hindi talaga ito ginago ng Falcons APBREN dahil nilalaan nila yung kanilang mga flicker, yung mga petrify, yung Minowan's Fury sa mga neutral objectives. Basically, ito yung curse or yung sumpa ng mga objective-based teams. Outside of that, kapag mga bagay-bagay, yung kalaban mo ay parang naiilang ka na mag-commit ng mga resources. And that's why the Pakito really works here. Kasi aside sa nawawalan ng spells dito ang Falcons APBREN, napapakomit sila ng flicker, napapakomit ng mga ult, and natatanggal mo yung kanilang presence sa mga neutral objectives. It's also a big space na na-utilize ni BNQT kaya ang laki nung kanyang napafarm. And of course, numataas din or nag-i-scale up din yung kanilang mga heroes much faster than the side of Falcons APBREN. Essentially, ang laki nung real
ginagalingan masyado yung Sanford, putang ina. Easy lang, boy!
Marami kang hawak na lupa, mas marami kang maaani na farm, especially if you are on a winning side. Kaya naman, napakataas ang GPM ni BNQT dito, 746. Konti lang yung nilamang ni Sanford. And mind you, ang laki nung streak ni Sanford nung early game. Kaya naman medyo nahirapan talaga yung Falcons APBREN dito pagdating sa mid, especially sa late game. Now, tignan ulit natin dito yung heat map ng ating mga players para makita natin yung early game movements nila, yung mga rotations na ginagawa nila ng first 5 minutes. Makikita natin dito ang heat map ni Sanji. Also, allowing yung control dito with the Luoyi. Makakuha ka ng level 4, maging active yung iyong diversion. And once na makuha na nila yun, they start contesting yung resources sa kalaban. They become a big threat on the map. Kasi nga, yung diversion, essentially, kahit saan nakaapak si Sanji, pwede niyang abutin yung buong mapa. Ang malalaman dito kapag luwi ka, kahit level 4
Binigay pa kayo ito eh.
basta manggaling ka sa mid, abot mo yung likod ng Tier 1 Towers.
Nabarya pa kayo
Ganun
ito,
mo rin
gagi.
yung ilang jungle resources sa side dito ng Falcons APBREN. Kaya naman napakalaki din ang threat ni Sanji rito pagdating sa mga neutral objectives. Pero hindi lang yon dahil minsan pinapadala niya rin yung ibang members ng Liquid Echo. One time nakita natin, pinadala niya si Sanford sa likuran para lang mang-snipe ng mga members na hinahabol nila. And ito yung sinasabi nating skirmishes outside of these objectives na hindi ini-expect ng Falcons APBREN. Kaya naman medyo nahirapan sila sumagot kasi literal na hindi mo makikita dahil nakatago rin sa bush and off-timing din yon for the side of Falcons APBREN. Now, we will be looking at some behind the stats para makita natin at mas maintindihan natin yung matchup dito ng Falcons APBREN laban sa Liquid Echo. Dito natin makikita kung paano nakilala ang isa't isa.
Taking curse.
Yung mga pwede nilang pinagandaan coming into this finals. Dahil ngayon, makikita natin ang match-up preference ng Falcons APBREN. Now, if we look at the top side, yung may logo ng Liquid Echo, yan yung kanilang mga top picks. And sa baba naman, makikita nyo yung mga preference or yung mga pinipick ng Falcons APBREN kapag nakikita nila itong mga specific heroes na to. And nakita natin, kanina, nakahawak ng box siya si Carl TZ rito and walang nakuha ang Falcons APBREN sa mga past picks na ginagamit nila na nagiging successful din sa mga heroes na to. Even the Roger, yung Paramis na madalas ginagamit ng Falcons APBREN, wala rin yan dahil nakaban. Yung Brody CC hindi rin available para sa kanila. Kaya naman hirap din talaga dito yung Falcons APBREN dahil hindi ito yung mga usual heroes na ginagamit nila or pinaka-counter pick. Essentially, kapag nakakita na sila ng Baksha or kapag nakakita na sila ng Roger, ito yung mga masasuggest or ipipick ng ating mga coaches, pero wala sa kahit anong option yung naibigay sa kanila dahil either nakaban o hindi rin nila makuha dahil nakablock yung matchup. And for the side of Liquid Echo, makikita natin yung kanilang match preference. Tinatanggal nila lahat, halos lahat ng successful heroes dito ng Falcons APBREN. Kung makikita nyo rito, again, wala yung Faramis, pina-force out yung Novaria. Dahil yung playoffs natin, medyo nag-shift na rin papunta sa Novaria Yuzong contention. Kaya malaking factor dito na even though Falcons APBREN, second pick or red side, yung kinuha nila, first pick pa din ang Liquid Echo. Dahil nga, ang hinaharap nila ay yung mga matchup na pabor na sa kanila and sa historical data ng Falcons APBREN, pwede nilang i-force yung mga unfavorable matchups and pwede nilang magamit yung mga favorable matchups sa kanila based sa kung ano man ang ibibigay nila sa Falcons APBREN. Malaki yung naging preparation dito ng Liquid Echo for sure dahil nakukuha nila yung kanilang mga heroes or yung mga preferred matchups laban sa mga pinipick ng Falcons APBREN. Samantalang sa kabila naman ay talagang nauubusan sila ng option and hindi nila nakukuha ang kanilang mga gusto. Kaabang-abang ang game number 3 kung para sasagutin ng Falcons APBREN ang Liquid Echo. Pero isa pang kaabang-abang ay of course ang Snapdragon Tournament na aabangan natin right after MPL Philippines Season 3.
Off ka muna.
Kaya wag niyong i-miss ang Snapdragon Pro Series Open Final Week number 2. Nandyan din ang ilang MPL Philippine teams na tulad ng Fnatic Onyx, Menana Evos, TNC Pro Team, Smart, and of course, Smart Omega. Again, right after MPL Philippines Season 13 ends. Monday na Monday, may MLBB action kagad tayong matutunghayan. Now, speaking of matutunghayan, ito ating tignan na ang game number 3. Handa na ba kayo sa bakbakan, guys? Panoorin na natin ang game number 3 kasama ang ating mga casters.
Maraming salamat. Thank you.
Maraming salamat, Midnight, sa iyong pagbabalita. Isa kang tunay na analyst. 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 Shadow analyst.
Need to switch up their strat to maybe get one on the board. Join the MLBB X KOF 97 Bingo Draw event. Take a shot at winning 3 brand new KOF collab skins and unlock their exclusive ID tags.
You guys can enjoy a sweet 50% discount on your first 10 times draw and the daily first, a one-time draw. Don't miss out on this awesome opportunity. I'm not sure how much longer it's left, but I know I've got the ones I wanted.
What were the ones you wanted?
You only wanted one, right? You wanted the Valier one.
You know, I wanted the Valier one, but my mind changed because I now have the Paquito, so it forced me to play Paquito, and now I enjoy Paquito.
Nice.
Got that Derry Bogart.
That's right.
MLBB's first rank party has started.
Yeah.
Join the frenzy of rank party bonuses.
You can enjoy loads of activities and
Lugi
free
sa
rewards
Roger no?
May 11th to June 20th.
Pumapasok lang pag low HP na lahat eh.
Don't miss out on this incredible rank up time with tons of free rewards waiting for you to claim. That's why I waited.
I know.
You never know when it's Joseph. He just wants to get that in there.
Yeah.
All right.
That's true.
That's fair. That's fair. I'm gonna get you.
We got 2 minutes left until we get back into the matchup. Let's revisit the anatomy of legends between Few and Carl Teasy. In both gentlemen beat the heart of a champion. Few, though, a timeless idol, having played through different roles all throughout his career. And Carl Teasy now turning himself into a utility jungle master. And when it comes down to the stats, again, it's very odd to compare both of them, given that they play different roles. But you can see that Carl Teasy has shown up in just one more playoffs compared to Few.
And they both have those Alamat genes. If you're wondering, what does Alamat
Alamat
genes?
genes.
That means legend.
Legend.
They both are legends on their in their own right. Both of them got inducted into the Hall of Legends at the same time. At that time, Carl Teasy was just about to become a two-time world champion. Few just had one, but there's still more for them.
2 times na rin si Pew eh.
Of course, we're just at the
Si Plop, 2 times na rin, di ba?
greatness for either here tonight. You can join the live stream guessing game that's available.
M2 M5
on the
saka
Our
M2 M4
platform
6 pal.
streams. Here's how you can join.
All you guys have to do is come and watch the MPL matches on TikTok to join the guessing game to support your team, and then you get to win game points.
Go to TikTok. Go to the MPL Philippines TikTok channel at MPLPH_official. Click the official live stream and click the ongoing guessing game or to support your team and win game points.
I know you want to ask.
What?
I've been asking this all playoffs. What do the game points do? You guys in the comments can let us know what your game points are doing for you.
Comment.
Let us know.
Let us know.
Let us know while we mull over what Falcons APBREN are thinking. And here's a start, right? Here's a start. Game 1, they decided they'd like to go red. Game 2 wasn't up to them. Liquid Echo made the call, forced them to go red both times. And now, Game 3, here's a tempo breaker. Here's a great way for them to actually maybe get themselves on the right track. They go blue.
Yeah, that's going to change up the picture of our drafts completely because so far it's always just been Liquid Echo blue side.
Yeah.
The first bans for both of these two teams for Liquid Echo has always been for Ramis, Matilda, Angela. Funny enough, I think they can still commit the Matilda ban. They have to change up the other two now that they're on the red side. For Falcons APBREN, are they actually going to ban out the Harith on the now that they're on the blue side? Could be an option. No? Yeah. Yeah, they shouldn't.
Yeah, it's not your job. When
Yeah.
you're on red, it's your job.
Yeah, that's the Harith ban that you're supposed to do on the red side. Valentina, Minotaur. So they tried to take out roamers and mid laners as well in the first phase of banning. Let's see if that changes for Falcons APBREN on the blue side.
I'm wondering about the
Ding 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 ding. Bilisan na eh.
What would Flat play instead?
Ay, naka-copyright na naman.
Out.
May intro pa kasi.
They're capable with the pack, I'd say. Put the pack on him. Put a Borg on him.
Based off this first pick, this is the game to take us to a 2-1 in the series. I'm calling it now.
Calling it now?
Yep, calling it now.
See if your prediction's right.
They'll open with a Nova. If Coach Tic Tac don't ban out the Nova, they're going to open with a Nova.
So a lot of power picks between these two teams. If they want to trade it out. You mentioned the Borg earlier. I actually like that as a pick on the first phase.
On the blue side, too,
Yeah, on the blue side. But the problem is with how well Sanford has been playing on the Paquito.
Yeah.
Paquito, if they pick up the X-Borg and then you don't see the Paquito yet on the side of Liquid Echo, they can just pick it up as the third pick. And then, again, it's a problem for the EXP lane.
Yeah. I'm thinking FCAP goes Nova, and then whatever. Oh, wait, what? It's
See,
not Nova, I didn't even notice!
Matilda.
It's Matilda!
That is Oakland's incoming child's name!
Oh, so did they trade the Paquito? Was that a
Wala na.
Paquito?
Matilda na ni Ogwin to.
The Claude right
Binigay na. Binigay para makuha yung
Oh no! Again, the
No
Paquito
Predrin.
is such a problem right now. With after those 2 games, you have to always think about it now coming into the first phase as the 3rd pick if Liquid Echo is on the red side.
Are they that burned on the Moskov too?
Yeah.
That's another thing to consider as well.
Pat
So
Claude.
back Claude,
Claude.
like you can't pick up the gold laner yet.
Guys, wait.
You're
I'm
following
gonna
the
go
trend.
get
I
some
feel
food.
It was too much.
Go
You got
get
too
some
much
food.
already. You gotta pick it up later on. Pick up the Barris, play it safe.
That's great. Congrats, Matilda.
Yeah.
We're off to a great start.
I'm okay with FCAP picking up the Paquito for themselves here. If they want to consider it.
I concur.
lots of prey.
All right,
So the Roger, okay, much better. They're taking away the Roger away from Benny Cutie.
This is uncanny, man. The Nova's still out there. Maybe is it because the Valentina's out and they don't want to give the ult that easy?
For sure. And at the same time, you have
Hey,
the power
guys.
picks there. You don't want to go in the second phase with the junglers getting taken away from your hands because after, if let's say Liquid Echo ban out the Barretts, you'll be stuck with a Nakai again, but you're up against a Valentina and you don't want to take that matchup. You don't want to play Assassins in this either, so better you have to pick the Barretts now. The Roger at the same time was just a good steal.
I've been waiting for
That got me
too long.
too.
Got me too.
It always, yeah.
Good pressure.
Ooh,
Carry gets locked in.
Okay, so now there's a gold laner apiece. And going into the banning phase, I'd reckon the Nova has to go.
The Nova?
Yeah.
I think then, okay, Nova, and then I'm thinking, does FCAP actually want to ban out the Paquito this time around or let it slip through again? That's, oh yeah, CC by the way.
Take away CC. So EXP lane now is a priority for both. But again, we have to consider that this is there's still a chance this is an EXP lane flap TZ if there is a good jungle pick available. So Liquid Echo need to be careful of what they show as their 4th pick, especially their roamer pickup. Because that's usually going to be the sign for FALCON's APBREN to think, okay, we can flex the Barris now.
Interesting read by Coach Tic Tac and Team Liquid Echo.
Get to take out an assassin.
That's a throwback to their Game 5 meeting in the upper bracket finals,
That's
where
true.
Falcons APBREN almost got him.
Almost.
Almost.
I think they're just really respecting the Nolan. So Liquid Echo, even they themselves are considering that this is a...
Is it the pack?
A flexible.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah. It
Good
has
call.
to be the Paquito.
Off to a great start.
This is sort of like a bait by Falcons APBREN telling Liquid Echo, pick up the export.
This land is our homeland.
So they pick up the Lapu Lapu instead. Great play there. You get that instant burst. Great call. So the mid lane, the Nova would be quite worrisome. I'd be quite worried for Novaria in this case, but then like who else are you going to get? Vexana is still available. She's been quite snubbed this entire series, but do you want to give the Eternal Guard to Liquid Echo? So the Vexana plus the EXP laner. In terms of what's available, I'm okay with the Benedetta. There you go.
The spirit
So, yeah.
blooms.
Benedetta and
I
blanked on
actually prefer the Vex.
Vex, yeah. Benevex.
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 What?
Oh my goodness, that's the line that I know. Right here in the grand finals, let's go.
I'm not so familiar.
GG guys, 2-0. Mahirap kalaban ang preparadong Echo.
I knew.
Liquid Echo go Florin into a gourd. Which,
Mahirap kalaban ng preparadong Echo.
With them, but Florin into a gourd is a little bit of a interesting choice there. Especially up against a Matilda as well.
They want to fight for a while. They want to go long, so I get the Florin pick.
Longer team fights.
Yeah.
Up against a Roger though? I mean, they want to go long also, so okay, I understand.
Right,
Yeah, thank you.
Get the ult on JP.
Yeah.
Keep him up. You know, try to time out the bloodthirst from Super Marco's Roger.
That's true, man.
I get it. We're looking at the lineup here. The algorithm reads Falcons APBREN have a small advantage.
Yeah.
But again, I'd say that's a good chunk of the weight pulled by the Matilda.
How many times has Few played Gord?
3-0 ba?
Like,
O
I don't recall
2-1?
him playing Gord that often. I know it's mostly Aqua that we've seen play, and I know Haji does too sometimes.
This is his second
Go!
time this season, and the first
Game
time
three.
they played it, APBREN won.
Hey,
3-0.
did I not say that in the beginning of the draft.
Welcome
I'm
to
thinking the
Mobile
3-0
Legends.
o 2-1.
And this had to be the concrete evidence, huh?
Yep.
It had to be this. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to game number 3. The defending champions up against the ropes, up against an unrelenting Liquid Echo. Waiting for the emblem to
Unrelenting,
go
ah.
up. I want to see what goes on to this gourd here. And of course, how Benny Cutie builds it up. Look at that. Look at that. That's a full on. Oh, wait, no. It's a partly defensive carry.
Yeah. Just a mix. Basic common emblem still, of course. Want to be able to get that adaptive attack alongside the hybrid regen. I'm surprised actually how mana hungry carry can be somewhat. Looking at the EXP, still close for both junglers. Have to watch out for where is it? Ben Cutie at some point in the game. Because if FALCON's APBREN take a fight at the right time,
Ano na, APBREN, bawi-bawi! Uy, lamang na sila, 14 pesos! 14 pesos!
Sanji. So Sanji definitely wants to push the advantage here, win against Q. Carl Easy heating up. Oh,
already level 4. Daytona's welcome into the wall. The follow-up going to come through.
First blood! First blood! Carl! Nice one! Micro! Ang ina, namatay si Carl. Magandang pangitain para sa Bren.
That's the gourd passive in action.
Up. Pressure sa gold, sa XP. Gap.
Nice was right.
Turtle is up.
Kasalanan ni JP to. Oo nga, puta, kasalanan ni JP, pre.
No clear EXP advantage. EXP laners, though. Already FAPTZ's here. While Sanford's just looking for the entry.
Got the gush. JP very low, forced the flicker.
Look at Fuse positioning. He's ready to line it up. Drops down the stun, but he's going to be spotted out. And now the fight for the turtle is going to be taken by Carl TZ.
Puta, si Carl pa din. Carl TZ, patay. Patay. One hit. Uy, nakain.
Thrown, tried to get it thrown to Sanji, but will not, and nobody went down in the exchange.
Walang namatay, gago. Nakain pa ni Kyle yun. Ang ina.
Odd how Carl TZ did not throw Sanford into the wall there.
Naagaw pa.
I think you were just thinking
41 na lang lamang ng Bren. Delikado. Hindi, 41.
If he bumps him into Sanji, then
41 gold.
But Sanford will be a little bit closer actually to Kyle TZ and still have a chance to chase him down. So instead, he spat him away, not getting the stun, but further from
Banta ito, oo nga.
Sanford's entry
Ang
there
inang
was
yun.
great. The layering of abilities of Liquid Echo in that first turtle meant that Kyle TZ was just stun locked to hell.
Kung pakita yun, patay yun. Naubusan si Sanford ng skill eh.
The fact that his Detna's welcome timed out, caught no one, made even that small sequence matter. Again, team fighting excellence on display for Liquid Echo. About a minute again for Falcon's AP.
Nagdalag ba? Nagdalag?
Try to score a big objective. They are up about 200 gold. I'm wondering how good it is for Marco because Benny Cutie is waiting. Benny Cutie needs some items before he can get online.
Yeah. And small problem right now for
goods.
Level gap, one level ahead is Carl TZ.
Pag na-treasure ng Echo to, putang na, delikado na Bren.
Oh, Super Marco in danger.
This is, okay, he has to get out of there with a flicker.
Marco na naka-Roger ah.
Again, they're gonna be
Benny Cutie carry.
down.
Ano kaya foresighting ni Marco? Pa-iba kasi build ng Roger eh. Minsan corrosion, minsan wind talker eh.
Okay, they're trying to make a move on bottom.
Pew, patay. Patay si Pew! Nabawian ni Carl.
Now I set onto that turtle.
Kain. Nam.
A little bit too. Sanford is now towards this side of the map as they get prepped and ready. That's 4 versus 5. Few is up now.
Tangina, sakit si Sanji, pre. Para kahit anong gamitin ni Sanji, ang sakit. Sanford!
Already gonna jump in with a flicker. Super Marco!
Uy, ano nangyari sa live nila?
Now Oakwin on the run, flickers onto the turret, but will finally get taken down. Liquid Echo.
Ano nangyari sa live nila?
Everything in the exchange.
Nag-i-slow mo.
Hunt as one again. They're still continuing it. They're sticking together 5 minutes into the game. They're willing to trade out the bottom tower, allow Flap.
Mali na post ng picture ah. Lahat pala nag-ano ako. Nag-violet. Go, Echo.
Again, it was clear in game 1 and
Bandwagon.
have Flap TZ play in. Sanford played man-to-man defense and more like man to man, right? But here, Liquid Echo, they said, you know what? That's okay. Play the dead lane, make sure Flap Easy isn't much.
Grabing advantage yun ah.
Wow. Keeping him at bay.
Grabe naman
If
ito.
anything, winning. Sanford here.
Ang ina na nangyari, Flap.
Matters. He's keeping.
Baka si Sanford na next Hall of Legends. Pag na-champion to, baka si Carl. At si Sanford. Sanford Benny.
Fully back. This is the M4 World
Okay, si
Championship
JP.
of Sanford that we're watching.
Kung mag-champion ng Liquid Echo. Grabe talaga yung lapu-lapu. Stun! Ba't ganun yung live nila? Parang nag-i-slow mo.
Falcon's APBREN will be happy with a disengage.
Yeah, you actually saw Kaltizi attempt to throw Kaltizi under the turret, but the Baksha is just a little bit too big with a hitbox, bumped into the wall instead.
You know?
Got clipped there.
Yeah.
To his advantage, right?
Oh, 1v1. Sanford.
Battle once again. Flap just trying to put pressure there on the turrets. Carl TZ now gonna find Super
na si Carl.
Needs the help of the
Natrap.
team here. They're give it a go on him, but
Ay, walang ulti si Kyle. Ba't ganun? Parang robot.
APBREN struggling to find anything on the map to fight for.
Liquid Echo going way too fast. This is the Echo Express Reloaded Deluxe Game of the Year edition.
Oh, shoutout pre, shoutout pre. Almo.
And pushed deep in a
Yun mo muna, putang ina, mapanabang ka naman.
They're just playing at a pace that
Shoutout pre. Wala pa, Sok.
Falcon's APBREN just can't catch up. You can see here in the gold breakdown, a slight lead for Carl TZ over Carl TZ. Gets a little bit more from the kills. And
Ang ina nito, oh.
Flap in trouble.
Ang ina, Flap! Ano nangyari?
The team trying to catch up to him. He's gonna get
Uy!
Sanford.
Putang ina mo.
Tries to go in with a
Papasigaw na naman si Mirko niyan. Saan po?
Flap will survive.
Tao.
Mr. Vinuya, who hurt you? Why are you playing this good tonight?
Sanji and Sanford again.
Pakinggan mo na lang, gago para sa...
Incredibly well. That was game number 1 with taking and making the most out of the actual.
Umiinto eh. Sa kanila siguro to. Hindi ba nag-drop frame eh. Siguro sa dami na nagla-live. Oh! Joke lang, joke. Practice! Pagkabahan. Putang ina mo. Tingnan nyo na si Carl! Yan! Pet, puta, tinodo na. Binuho na kay Carl! Binuho na kay Carl! Ito rin namatay! Putang ina!
Ang yung box yun ang putang puta. Circles in around, but what a set with the circle eagle! And he's still getting five wood balls!
Putang inang yan!
Divided. We cannot fall. No one died.
No
one died. They went that deep.
What a fight. I was sure there would at least be a one.
Tangina, binuhos na lahat ng ulti. Buhay pa rin si Carl. Tang-inang yan.
Fight very well. They know when to get the
Tanggala. Pag ganyan, wala. Kasama na ng Echo ang langit.
Because of the lead, they have the bloom.
Ginabayan na sila ng Diyos.
Of Daddy JP's.
Hindi na sila matatalo.
Florin actually gave Liquid Echo more chances to extend the fight a little bit.
Echo, yan o, sila Carl. Ito, Brens. Bago na eh. Inakwire na sila ng Team Liquid eh. Alam mo yung Team Liquid? Kinuha na sila ng Team Liquid. Ganyan pa rin Falcon APBREN. Nag-collab lang yung Falcon. Taga-ante, mga sa Saudi. Sa Saudi yan. Eh, mayaman mga taga-Saudi, diba? Kaya nga $3 million yung MSC ngayon eh. Kasi Saudi ang pinaka-sponsor eh. APBREN talaga, naging pick-up Falcon APBREN. Ito, Team Liquid PH. Team Liquid, Liquid Echo. Yung Echo, yung buong org ng Echo, binili na ng ano, Team Liquid. Putang na, yaman Team Liquid. Gago, di na mapatay si Carl dyan. Yun, namatay si Sanford! Gago, ba't mo tinura? Tala inampog mo kay Carl! Patay, yan si Roger. Putang na, si Sanji nag-Roger.
Forcing him out of the jungle here. Ogwin is the one to fall, and now Liquid Echo goes for the Lord.
Hindi nila kaya Echo. Ang nangyari, mga hero, hindi kaya hero. Mga hero yan ang Echo. Putang ina mo! Tang ina na ito sa Sanford!
The peak of Sanford right now.
Grabe,
Carl
gago,
TZ on
gago,
the
tangina.
run. Flap TZ joins the fight, looking for
M4
Benny
pa,
Cutie,
ano?
but he gets taken down. The heels are just too much.
M4
for
lapo?
JP. My God,
Putang ina ni
Sanford.
Sanford no, gago.
It feels like
Demonyo,
going to Jakarta all
magsapula
over
mo.
again.
Guma-
Sanji,
Ay,
stealing
yun,
ultimates,
putang ina,
making the most
nagpipligan
out of
gumagano
everything.
eh,
The
pukin na
ultimate of
rin.
Matilda, the ultimate of even the Roger. At
Shoutout
one
sa
point,
Team
the
Lapok
ban
ng
was
Pure
on
Beam.
Roger. Just so he can basically
Laban
get
Team
a little
Lapok,
better.
putang
He
ina,
was
mga
talking
lapok
about
yun eh.
and focus on Sanford. Focus on this young man. He has been
Di naman nanonood yung mga yung pre, nangingilan ng skin.
That's just a hunter strike. He built dominance and
Tangin ng
Oracle. That's a
Sanford dyan.
hybrid Lapu, not a
Limaw?
full damage Lapu.
Don't let the
Tangin ng,
low kills
hindi
score
kaya meta
fool
ngayon
you.
lapo, pero putang na pag si Sanford
Technical
gumamit,
knockouts,
meta
a
eh.
lot of major
Putang ina eh.
turnarounds have gone down
Meta?
in this 11-minute bout.
Meta nga?
Liquid Echo are 6,000 gold ahead of Falcons APBREN, and they have
Tapos sa
effectively
record.
cordoned
Pa.
off the Falcons from
Upload.
flying. They can no longer roam
Upload
around
dito.
the map.
Dang.
Very difficult to play with a Matilda this
Pabilisan.
way.
So much pressure.
3-0 guys! Putang ina yan, ang bilis ng finals, lugi na naman si Munton.
Now eyes set on the base here. Shield's gonna be popped. Lord's gonna be worked on. Flap TZ jumps in, gets out. With a
Okay na daw yun, sabi ng friend, okay na to, may MEC na kami. Bawi na lang kami MEC. $1 million ang panalo. $1 million, 57 million pesos, no? Paldo ka talaga. Ayun na naman, putang ina.
Hati-hati naman sila.
Siyempre. Pero putang ina mo, pag matik pag naging champion ka nun, eh siyempre, kalamangan na ang PH, malamang PH at Indo na maglaban sa finals nun. Gago, matik.
Wow.
Mga 1 million ka na.
Echo can ride
57 million, oh, hatiin mo sa org.
They're playing up against
Baka nga tig papay pa yan eh.
signature Matilda of Ogwin. An off-kilter pick though for few. The static nature of an
Maka, ilang teams yun? 16?
What's changed here?
16 o 12?
Look at Sanford.
Putang ina, maging 10th place ka na siguro. Matik, may kalating milyon ka na eh. Last place ka pa nun ha.
Fast, clear, high.
Laki kasi ng premyo, $3 million.
They want to fight once again. Sanford jumps in, the bravest fighter. This guy is
Gago si Sanford dapat MVP kanina eh.
Daytona's
Kinain!
going to the wall to the missile
Nice
gun.
one, JP! JP, kasalanan mo pag natalo. Nagpakamatay ka.
One for one.
Bawi.
Have one more Sanji.
Oy, tumama!
To the Ultra Supermarket.
Tangina, hindi ko-
Flap TZ working on that top side.
Pag natuwan to, may palagpabrin dito. Pero pag 3-0, parang hirap na makabawi. Gago.
Dito.
Oh, no, it's not gonna hit Sanford.
TC, tangina, naghahakot na ng ano, medal. Sana all pre.
FCAP can fight just a little bit, but they still need to play the map. Sanji.
Oh,
Ang delay
spots,
dito.
Flap, let's go. The Falcons
Saan ba
are
nagla-live sa YouTube?
falling. Before you can fly, you gotta crawl, you gotta walk, you gotta run. 6,000 gold ahead.
YouTube ba naglalay? Para
Ba't
may...
mo na minultay?
Like
Ha?
Minultay
miles
mo na lang
away.
sa ano.
Ha?
Minultay mo na lang sa ano.
Ganon din. Pag minumultay ko, alam mo nangyari? Pag siniswitch ko sa FB, pinapanood ko FB, naiiwan yung ano, naiiwan yung YouTube, baga parang naiiwan siya. Parang nagdalag siya. Kaya pag binalikan ko, kita mo, may para siyang space, naiiwan siya. Di pa rin kinakaya ng, ewan ko, sa internet siguro. Kaya pag nililipat ko eh, kaya ayun, nakaano nga ako eh.
Roger ultimate.
Eh, wala rin naman, parang sira rin ng ano, algorithm. Oh! 1v1 sa top. Parang sira rin algorithm ng ano, Facebook ngayon, sabi ng mga nagla-live. Wala daw, di daw visible yung mga live nila.
Never thought you'd see it. Sanji will be able to pull it off, but
Tangina.
now Lord half health, less than half health.
Walang gawa yung ano ni Ogwin, hindi makaporma.
As Liquid pulls it through once
Okay,
again.
diba?
Neither team wants to commit, and the XP laners might join the fight soon.
Tama ka sa camera oh.
Yeah, you see, without Lapu Lapu, the team fighting for Liquid Echo for objective.
Welcome, my guest.
5v4, Sanford's here.
They're gonna force Ogwin back, takes a ton of shots from Benny Cutie.
Puta ka naman sa abog! Kainin mo yan!
But the spin wheels are
No.
there. Sanford gets the stun again on Ogwin.
Gago na yun!
That's the fall for FCAP. And the
Putang
Lord
ina niya.
goes to Liquid. And now Carl TZ.
Putang
will
ina
go ahead and power
mo.
up
Uwi!
in front
Uwi,
of
Flap!
TZ.
Ah,
And Liquid
pakamatay si
Echo
Flap?
looks to make it into the base.
Liquid Echo have scattered and broken.
Flop pala yun,
FCAP
akala ko
formation.
flip po.
And now they're
Gago!
inside.
Tangina 3-0!
Marco does what he can. Few clears with
Gago si Flap! Taka sa
They might have
Hindi na pinawi ni Carl. Hindi niya pinapatay, pero hindi niya pinapawi si
for
Kita.
this defense.
Flap.
The push from the
Pakamatay ka, Gagi! Para mabuhay ka pa! Yan!
He gets taken out. Oh,
Tawa si Bla. Tawa si putang ina mo. Tapos si
This
Carl,
might
putang ina mo.
be it.
Oh, they might know it too. Super
Tang
Mario.
ina mo, hindi ka makauwi ha. Push-push ka pa daw ha.
Not have the ult just yet. Trying to
Wala
clear
na pag
these minions
nilakto.
out. Carl TZ rolling on into the
Ay,
base.
hindi nakapalag-echo. Hindi nakapalag-break.
Another wave gonna be pushing in. There's the Mystic Gush.
Yun!
Sanji there
May
on the
palag!
side.
Patay!
He
Boy
has
pa
to
rin!
flicker out, and they hold it together
Oh,
for
Sanji!
now. Sanji coming
Putang ina, boy pa rin!
and now Sanji on the run as well. Kyle
Putang
TZ
ina
gets
yan.
the guiding
Tang
word
ina,
and
may
they
sa
chase
demonyo
them
mga
down.
echo. Hindi
But
namamatay.
FCAP will have a successful
Ang ina niyan.
defense so far, staying into the game.
That could have been it. That could have
Hindi
been
namamatay
it.
echo, gago. 5 million pesos 10 taon na hindi dito sa Taiwan. Oo, gagi pre. Tang ina, laki ng premyo sa MSC.
Falcons APBREN.
Kahit ano ka lang pre.
Built up.
Kahit mag-ano ka lang, 10 plays o 8 plays, matik. Siguro may mga kalating milyon ka na. Depende. Eh kung katulad ka nila Mobasay na ano, na wala naman masyadong binabayaran na player, 5 lang sila, 6. Ito, malaki-laki makukuha nila. Paldo si Midnight.
Carl TZ gonna find
Putang ina.
Pew. Stuck in a bad position. No flicker available. He'll get taken
Grabe yung
down.
basa si Gala.
Four drops, and Flap TZ cuts it off.
Basha man.
Final blow. With
Liquid
Liquid
na.
Echo again as they get prepped and ready. 30
Lakas.
seconds away for Pew.
Full on defensive maneuver.
Putang ina, ito na ang ulan.
Falcons as
Babaha na sa amin.
go at it again. One more go. One more siege.
Kasi may butas.
5v4 in
Putang
the
ina.
base.
Wade's gonna push in. They get the heal out
Hala!
as well. Flap TZ holding down the front.
In the ball. Pre, 3-0.
Gonna be next as Benny Cutie unloads, unleashes. It's Liquid Echo.
Hindi, kayo, may minions, may minions.
Still looking at the
Ay,
game.
wala na, in the
Kyle
ball,
TZ,
3-0.
the spin wheels come down. Oh, with the next
3-0.
Sanji picks up the kill. And Kyle
Putang
TZ
ina, tonto si Carl.
what? As it's now 3-0.
3-0.
Match point.
Mamaya.
Liquid Echo are at match point.
Ang ina, hindi na makangiti si Pew.
From taking home the MPL Philippines Season
Wala na to.
13 Championship.
You can hear it thundering. Getting closer and closer. The gallops of Liquid Echo.
Ang ina, 3-0 pre.
With the championship.
Tipong sana milyonaryo na. Pero,
One more
wala, tipong eh.
And it's been
Gusto lang niya maglibang.
dominating.
Within or without the throes of a team fight, Liquid Echo seems to have Falcon APBREN's number.
They had Gord's number. Pew, I understand. You know,
It's tough. You
I
can't.
understand.
You can't play a Gord with a lineup that has a
Tipong wala eh.
A Sanford.
Gusto lang niya talaga.
A Valentina is what I was gonna call it.
It's
A
just
Florin that just can
Ay nako, puso'y nalilito.
that Florin was such a good last. That was last.
3-0
week, right?
men.
Oh man, that worked so well because you know, we saw this. There was no winning moments really for when it came to a full-on
Grabe.
team fight.
There were just
Grabe, boyong-bowi last ano na yung...
for Falcons APBREN.
boyong-bowi ng Echo last season ah.
That maybe they can turn it around inside the base in these little turnarounds. But Liquid Echo, as good as they are at team fighting, they're good at knowing when it's time to turn around and regroup. And that's what makes him so dangerous.
Tingnan mo, ka namang umulan.
Over to a Midnight. He's gonna break it down and tell us exactly what's going on, how Liquid Echo made it to 3-0. Game 3.
Napakaganda naman ng ating mga cosplayer dito sa ating gilid. Pero napakaganda rin ng ating laro dito as Liquid Echo secures their 3rd straight win in this grand finals. Once again, welcome back dito sa ating analyst stand. Ako nga pala si Midnight. And ating i-breakdown dito kung ano ba yung naging susi sa laban dito for Liquid Echo, kung bakit nila nakuha ang kanilang panalo. Una sa lahat, syempre, kailangan natin i-comment ang ating MVP na si Sanji. A stellar performance.
Pero Sanford dyan, MVP niyan. Final MVP niya, Sanford.
Yung mastery.
Di ako papayag na hindi si Sanford dyan. Putang ina.
And kanilang mga roles. Nakikita naman natin sa ating mga screen, 207 KDA. Konti lang ang members ng Liquid Echo dito na namatay. And hindi doon isa si Sanji dahil nagamit niya rin yung kit, essentially, ng Falcons APBREN dito para makipag-micruhan Do take note of the word makipag-microhan. Meron pa tayo i-bring up na word mamaya. Pero essentially, gamit na gamit ng Liquid Echo yung kanilang kits or yung capability ng kanilang mga hero. Number 1, ang daming mobility.
Putang inang yan, umuulan na pre, baba na naman.
Number 2,
Lakas ng tagos ng ano namin.
napakakunat din ng kanilang frontliner and meron silang natural sustain. Kung isipin nyo si Valentina kapag nakakuha ng maraming XP, meron siyang passive na of course lalo rin lumalaki ang kanyang HP but also yung sustain. Dagdag nyo pa dyan yung kanyang 24/7 na availability dito dahil meron siyang Impure Rage. So laban ng laban dito ang Liquid Echo. Another term na kailangan nyo i-take note is again, laban ng laban. Kasi ito yung mga naging keys to victory ng Liquid Echo na constantly hinaharap ng Falcons APBREN. Dagdag pa natin dyan yung problema na meron silang CC immune na hero na si Sanford on the Lapu-Lapu. Ang ginagawa lang ni Lapu-Lapu dito is essentially tinatalunan yung barats ng Falcons
Sanford talaga, grabe.
hero actually na nasa harap ng Falcons APBREN and sinusubukan silang iligtas nila Ogwen, sinusubukan nila mag-dash out, basically forcing out yung mga spells or yung mobility kits na meron dito ang Falcons APBREN. Kaya naman nahihirapan mag-engage dito ang Falcons APBREN dahil constantly ang ginagawa nila is sumasagot lang sila sa mga binibigay dito ng Liquid Echo. And through that yung mga random na nangyayari dito sa mid-game ay nag-farm lang si Benecutie. Kumbaga, hindi lang siya kumakalmot lang. Nagpa-farm lang din siya. And yung lugar ng mapa na wala essentially ang Falcons APBREN ay doon nila nilalagay si Benecutie. There was a point in time na mid lane lang yung gustong laruan ni Benecutie para makalipat siya sa may top, makalipat siya sa may bot, kung saan man siya dalhin ng hangin na kanyang binubuo dahil nagsimula ng mamuo ang bagyo pagdating ng late game.
Bagyo! Oh, may bagyo nga.
Ng kanilang mga members, specifically si Sanji, na nakikipag-outplay yan din sa may bandang unahan. Kung makikita nyo yung lineup dito ng Liquid Echo,
Off-cam muna guys, off-cam.
Napakataas ng kanilang skirmishing capability. Nandoon yung micro capability.
Wala ka pasok pre?
Ability nila na makipagsubukan.
Bagay, linggo pa lang ngayon,
sa Falcons APBREN without having to suffer the consequence. Isa pang na-utilize talaga ng todo rito is si JP. So medyo nabubuo nyo na yung picture ng laro ng Liquid Echo dito. Essentially, ang ginagawa ng Liquid Echo ay nilalabanan nila yung Falcons APBREN to buy time. Sinasayang nila yung oras at yung atensyon ng Falcons APBREN.
Sinasayang oras at atensyon? Grabe.
Kay Benny. Wala silang crowd control essentially. Yung mga nakita nyong hero sa likod ko kanina, ang dami nilang crowd control. Dito sa Liquid Echo, wala silang crowd control. Maliban doon sa stun, pati na si Terrify ni Valentina, tsaka pati na rin ni Lapu-Lapu. Although may bula-bula din naman mula kay Florin. Pero walang reliable.
Argin, pag may time mo nga pre, baka yumaman ka naman yan. Painom ka naman.
Ng kanilang win condition.
Pero naglalag ba yung ano ko? Stream ko naglalag?
Ng late game.
Yung parang nahinto-hinto siya ng gumagano-gano. Wala pala camera. Yung parang gano'n. Gumagano-gano. Naglalag ba?
Similar to game number 2, instead of actually taking those neutral objectives or forcing those neutral objectives, nakikipaglaban sila. Ilang beses natin nakita na nagte-turn ang Liquid Echo. Essentially, wala silang pake kung makuha nila yung objective o hindi. Very similar.
Naglalag ba?
Deploy din minsan na laro ng Falcons APBREN na ngayon ay pinapamana sa kanila ng Liquid Echo. Sinasayang
Parang gumagano pre
yung oras nila Super Mario.
Parang nag-robot siya ng konti.
Oras ni Ogwen for the sake of buying space. Para
Hindi
sa
pre. Good. Salamat.
800
Ang ina.
GPM.
Gago, lakas ang echo. Ubus ang guest coin ko. Ang ini. Lakas si Sanford, ang inang. May isa demonyo si Ego, hindi na mamamatay. Ang inang hiya. Buntuhan na naman si Mirko eh.
May low pressure area na nabubuo sa bottom lane kasi may nagtutulak ng wave, may nagpupush ng towers, essentially may additional.
Ang ina, hindi na best namatay si Carl dun, no? Walang lag pre. Salamat pre. Kala ko kasi naglalag. Siguro sa kanila yon.
At pati na rin kila Sanford. And itong mga heroes na to, may damage sila ng early to mid game. Unfortunately for Falcons APBREN, kailangan
siguro punong-puno na yung post ko. Nakadilaw pa naman ako doon. Pakambak pa kaya? Magkalapusta mo. Wala! Sa guest coin!
Nung kinuha nila,
all in sa guest coin!
Essentially na-eliminate yung number 1 problem ng Liquid Echo dito.
Kung inakalain mo, no, kung nagkataon matalo silang Echo rito, 2 beses silang tinalo ng Echo.
APBREN. Kaya naman,
Balik na naman yung ano eh, mga Eco fans.
natin na nakikipaglaban lagi.
Swerte yata yung pagpapalit nila ng ano eh.
Laban sa FALCON APBREN and hindi nila
Pero hindi swerte to, putang na lakas eh.
Ni Ben Cutie. Kaya naman tumaba dito yung carry and doon na siya nakasimula na maramdaman ng FALCON APBREN with the damage. Now, mabilis lang natin titignan dito ang heat map dahil yung game ay talaga napakasimple lang for the side of Liquid Echo. Makikita natin yung movements ni Carl TZ. I would say medyo kalat yung ikot ni Carl TZ kasi kailangan niyang gawin to. And essentially, apat na
Kailangan ilalabas yung Brody, no?
Pressure sa side ng kalaban. After yung initial rotation ng mga junglers, naandun siya sa side ng kalaban, kinokontest niya yung Barats, pinalilipad niya yung Matilda ni Ogren, all to attract the attention para sa kanya. Hindi naman dahil sa attention seeker siya, pero yun ang trabaho ni Baksha dito sa game na to. And na-amplify din yan ng existence ni Florin. Essentially, dinadala niya yung apat na members kung saan man sila pwede maglagay ng pressure para mawala yung attention dito kay Benny Cutie. Kaya naman naramdaman ng FALCON's APBREN dito yung bagyo. Pagdating ng late game,
Bagyo!
damage output ni
Kanang bumagyo!
ang game number 3. Cavalry! One more game! Sabay-sabay tayo! Isa na lang! Isa na lang! Isa na lang! Pero syempre, hindi na mapapatalo dyan ang FALCON's APBREN. Guys! APBREN! Nako, kulang. Pakita natin. FALCON's APBREN!
Wala na pre.
Let's cheer for FALCON's
Tinamad na yung mga pansang APBREN.
Pakita natin ang dalawang best team sa buong mundo na makabawi. Pero syempre bago tayo
Oh pre, kahit Brody na lang give mo sa akin. Bakit birthday mo ba?
Si Mara at pati na rin si Hans Galeria.
Birthday mo, pwede.
Welcome to see you sa MSC World Qualified. Teams from all over the world who have qualified for the upcoming MSC 2024 coming this July in Riyadh.
You know, the last time we went to Brazil to visit RQ Akira, but this time around we're gonna go into Myanmar to take a look at the qualifiers champions, none other than FALCON Esports.
That's right. You know, Myanmar has a storied history for the international MLBB tournaments. We cannot forget Burmese Goose Dark Horse run back in M2 World Championship where ultimately they had to face the then APBREN Esports.
And then you're gonna have to take a look at the hype as well that they brought in MSC 2022 where
Tangin ng ulan to, di na tumigil.
the same team brought about a different set of players, but now heading into it 2 years later, they would want to replicate or maybe
Malapit na
go
pre sa
above
9 na.
and beyond in terms of taking themselves into the final.
Ano ka ba?
Take a look at the stats. FALCON
May 9 ka ba?
have a 100% match win rate, and that's how they qualified for the MSC 2024. That means they swept the entire qualifiers.
To elaborate, that's 3 group stage matches that they swept their competition, and then when they got into the playoff round, it's 2 matches that they've also swept their opponents, and then when they reached the grand finals, for the qualifiers, it was just 1 match. It took them 4 games, a 4-0 sweep against the former M2 representatives, the Burmese schools, to take the MSC spot.
And that's why most of the players have a 100% win rate with their heroes. Now, if you take a look at Kid X, 4 out of 5 heroes undefeated. That's Angela, Edith, Grok, and Matilda.
You're also going to have to take a look at the Barats because you see it in 3 different positions. That's the jungler, that's the mid laner, and that is also the EXP with Dax, Royal Milk, and PX7 respectively. So this is a very flexible squad that can use a hero or a single hero in different circumstances.
Jun pa pala eh.
Dax, they have a pocket Alice pick, and PX7 with Farsa. Heroes that we don't normally see here in the Philippines, but that's the taste of Myanmar MLBB.
Probably, but rest assured that Myanmar and FALCON Esports will be ready when they get to Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Which is why for FALCON Esports,
Fish versus fish pa din naman yan sa MSC, lalo na malaki premyo. Pwede, kaso mahirap din magsalita, malakas din ang malakas din ang Indo ngayon.
In the upcoming mid-season
Malakas din ang Indo.
partnership with Esports World Cup happening this July in Riyadh,
our
Saudi
representatives and the rest of the world will also have a chance for a
Malakas si Indo ngayon eh.
$3 million US life-changing prize pool at that.
Kaya simulan na natin ang ating game number 4. Casters, pasok!
Thanks, Mara and Hans, and as well, thanks, Midnight, and we do agree, our cosplayers are indeed amazing. MSCU covers the already qualified teams for MSC 2024, the Mid-Season Cup, and they just talked about Falcon Esports who find their way back into the mid-year major international tournament. And if you'll notice, PX7, Benny, and Royal Milk were once Phoenix Esports, who was last year's Burmese competitors.
Yeah.
So that's why they might be familiar.
I think I love the segments that we have here, kind of familiarizing the audience out there, because we know there's a lot of eyes on this right now of who's going to be battling it out for MSC.
It's
because
a month out.
It's a month out, and I think we're going to count on a lot of the content creators out there. You know, I'm sure we'll probably do something too. Of course, I might have to throw an MSC trailer you didn't ask for out there, you know, to bring us in.
Nobody asked for it because that ruins it.
Yeah. You should get maybe like 2 dudes relatively somewhat close to you.
Sekil. Ano? Ano yun? Sino po sa mo, Sekil? Hindi, sa guest ko yun lang, sa Bren. 4-0 ata po. Oo nga eh. Putik na yan. Last game na ba? Baka, hindi ko alam. Pero kung check na ng echo yung Bren, wala na. Last game na sigurado. Ayun, para makapahinga na maaga.
Sounds about right. Me. That was Reptar. Real quick, ladies and gentlemen, before we get back into the matchup again, Game 4 beckons. Liquid Echo at match point. We're looking for the smart game face of the day. Champions Arena, here's your chance to be the next smart game face of the day winner.
All you guys here have to do is just flash the hashtag #ThePowerOfSmart on your devices in a green background. Put your game face on to win a redeemable in-game code. You know, I realized too on the English stream this whole season, it's like I hope audience out there is doing this themselves at home.
Yeah.
Because like, you know,
be part of the show.
Be part of the show. And Renmar will replicate it.
Yeah, at us on social media.
I was really hoping you guys would forget it.
Find any of us on X, on Instagram, on Facebook. All right, this young lady here is the winner. And Reptar can definitely pull that off.
Come on.
Oh, she added a piece.
With the heart. No, that was finger heart.
That's a finger heart, sir.
There it is.
And then the finger heart.
There you go.
Good job.
That's my guy right there.
That's my English talent goat.
Thank you.
Best English talent for season 13.
The things I do for the job I love.
That's right.
I hate you two though.
Do it for the broadcast.
Yeah.
All right. So back into the action here. Once again, Liquid Echo at match point.
That's crazy.
Like no other time in season 13, like no other time in recent memory, for that matter, has Falcon's APBREN been handed a beating like they have been here. I'm not going to mince my words. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Liquid Echo have their number. Something has to drastically change, especially since Liquid Echo is given the chance to pick their side here in Game 4, and they say, it's go time. We're going blue.
Yeah, there was something Midnight said earlier. It seems like in that game and in the series so far, we're seeing a lot of calculated time wasting by Liquid Echo. What do we mean by that?
Game na ata,
They're
pre.
making Falcon's APBREN take engagements that in the big picture aren't good for Falcon's APB. They're not getting their rotations right. They're not getting their timings right. They're not getting their priorities straight. So Liquid Echo have made Falcon's APBREN play into their game. Now that they're on the blue side and match point, will that change? Because it has to. Falcon's APBREN need to start with the EXP lane. The play for Sanford has been simple. They will pick a hero with fast wave clear, big burst, quick rotation. If they can take that away from Sanford, that might be a start.
Here we go. First pick.
Wala na, momentum na to, pre.
The House of Highlights.
Di kaya ni Kyle si Carl.
What's known as the Echo System. The Echo Express, Liquid Echo, first pick, the Minotaur. Picking it for Daddy JP, the answer back by Falcons APBREN, taking away Carl TZ's Baksha and putting that signature, Yuzhong on the flap.
Tanga na, magti-trip na yan si Carl. Game 4, matik yan.
Valentina again.
Pero hindi yan.
Was MVP the previous game, but
Yung APBREN nagpipigil na magpakita ng strat dahil MSC 1 million. Tago strat ba?
Liquid Echo have been throwing it.
Panalo dito yung Echo pero ito
Giving
yung Miss
Sanford
APBREN.
heroes that they
Wow!
within the past.
Nice ah.
Valentina for Sanford.
Palakas loob yan pre ah.
Look back
Napalakas
at
mo
the
loob
memory
natin.
bank. Think of the plays he used to pull off with that hero, and it was the go-to pick. And of course, Paquito, even the Lapu-Lapu for Sanford.
This is insane because so far, you know, the fact that even Betty Cutie's going to have this carry again, it's why change anything? So far, you have so much success throughout the series. A Farsa's picked up now by Falcon's APBREN.
Oh, this is tough. That's the third game in a row, fourth game. Now that Few has played a fragile hero that needs to be at range and is prime for the hunting for Sanford. But they are blocking out Sanford, Biggs. Coach Dougie, Coach Treb taking out the Paquito.
Yeah, and they also have to block off, honestly, either the Benedetta or the Lapu.
I'd reckon the Lapu.
Yeah, the Lapu most probably. Because the Farsa pickup, I feel like it's a, I wouldn't call it an overthink, but in a way you can think about it as they're blocking what could be down the line an export pickup for Sanford. And at the same time, we know that Farsa before was one of the counters to the export, just burst it down so that he can take away the Faraga armor right away.
This land is
Yep,
So there it is.
and it will soon
This, after the series so far, why not?
Yeah.
It's our
They're taking away the claw.
It's so clear what issues Falcons APBREN are dealing with. That's why the bans are so easy to read out now in Game 4. No room for mistakes, not a single slip-up, especially in the draft for Falcons.
Na, Clarsa. Wala na, ginawa na lahat ng pre na. Iba-iba na pick nila.
Might just go. It's but one game away. What does Coach Ducky think they want to get in? A gold laner? They want to put the Roger on here now?
They're probably thinking about the Roger, but the problem is the Minotaur is what's shown. Minotaur great against hero with dashes because he's that hero that wastes dashes from the opponents, forcing them to use it to get out of the range of that Minnow and Fury. They go for the Edith instead, and I was thinking about this as the roam for Ogren.
It's been a while.
But there's something I'm missing now. What is it? Akai?
It was Akai and Arlot.
Arlot, okay.
That's still a lot of CC, man.
It's a lot of CC, and this is one of those heroes, obviously, where Arlot shined through the regular season. And we all know, sometimes it can come down to that just crazy team-setting final.
Unang ulan to, inaalisan nila ng hero si Thunder. Stanford?
As if
Oo nga, no?
would be the last, and there's
Taka na kasi sakit ni Stanford eh.
again, duly noted, right?
Ang ina, muulan na.
Minotaur can definitely
Baka na sa amin.
dashes and the iframes on Roger, but if there's any indication that Marco can iframe through those major windows in the
Tulad ng APLI na, oo nga no, talo rin sila sa APLI eh.
then maybe he can do it here tonight. More so, he should be able to do it here tonight. So this is the lineup that both teams decide to bring into Game 4. The match point game for Liquid Echo.
Kaya lang pre ha, di mo na magkakam.
Reverse sweep for Falcons APBREN. And is this for once? For once, it's actually Liquid Echo who the algorithm favors.
Yep, it's favoring them. If you look at their lineup, it's very disruptive. So much disruption for a direct team fight that Falcons APBREN can bring up. Flapteezy and Ogwen, I feel like the pressure with them is going to be on this one. Flapteezy, Sanford has had this number all season long. Ogwen, on that Edith, we've seen Edith be the X factor.
Welcome to Mobile Legends.
Do or die. It ends here, or it goes on for much longer. Momentum may shift. Falcons APBREN holding on for dear life. Liquid Echo looking to go for the jugular. Game 3 went their way. 3-0 the score. Comes down to this.
Oh, man. You can hear the crowd this side of the venue real quick, too. Emblems. Oh, hold on. Wow, Benny Cutie getting poked down a lot.
Ogwen is Super Marco. I like the rotations here by Ogwen. Supplementing his gold laner as well early on. Flapteezy might be able to push back Arlot. Push back Sanford in lane, win a little bit more, yes. Now, going into the team fights, he really has to time it well because Sanchez can get his Black Dragon form and mean that Falcons APBREN will be Flapteezy will have no backup.
All right, the gold lane seems to be
Hindi na sa loob ko eh.
cautious lane.
Oh,
Falcons,
frozen.
APBREN, and down bottom,
Kupal talaga.
XP. I think after Carl did the visit, might actually be an advantage for. Oh wait!
Last na eh.
Already gonna find the heavy spin lockdown. Kyle could be in trouble. Flapsy's gonna jump in to help him. Using the Petrify. They punish Carl. They punish Sanford. Kyle will fall himself, but now
Ayun na.
Angie on the chopping block.
Nakakauna ang Bren ha, putang ina.
And what a turn of events.
You actually saw Few was about to get that curse of crow stun onto Sanji, but no, he used Purify just in time to make sure
Natulong sa amin eh.
controlled.
Nadali yung bubong namin.
Little
Pukang
bit
ina.
too eager with that one.
Ayun, may tagalimas ka ako.
Will be able to get that turtle.
Oh, pop
Pinagdilimas,
strike
grabe.
immediately. As you can see here, Kyle TZ goes straight for.
Pag ito, hindi pa natao, end live ko to.
Falcons APBREN, no contest. Looking like, unless.
At first, I thought it looked really bad there for Falcons APBREN because actually Flaps Easy couldn't hit level 3 just yet.
Yep.
But he was able to. He just thought, you know what? I'm just gonna.
Ah, i-map ko na yan. Ganyan muna. May ka na ba?
Actually want to put some more pressure here.
Self ka na daw ba?
Oakwood using that combination.
Wala na ako.
But right now, no one still going down. A flicker going to be used.
Mahal tayo pa, masal pa kanin.
Heavy spin already being committed. Ogwin.
Ilagyan pa niya siguro ng Orchid Field. Ayun lang yun, tanga. Tanga, ano kasi yun?
Going to be chased down by Flaps. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Carl did fall. JP can be
Putang
back.
ina!
With a final slash.
Mga palag na, Bren!
Will be able
Galit
to
na ang
play
Bren.
it back.
Ayaw ma 3-0. Ayaw ma 4-0.
But it's a 2-for-1 trade so
Ah, ganyan,
far.
ganyan lang.
FCAP holds the lead.
They get the win there.
Nakalit parang ihi oh.
Speaking, they're about 1,000 gold ahead. And if they can go back to back with those
Ah,
kinds of
madumi
engagements
talaga yan.
as we
Galing
go
yun
into
ng
the next
dumi.
turtle, as we go into the lore,
Hindi naman. Dito lang oh.
story might just change.
It was a good call by Flaps.
Kaya naman
Easy
ah,
to
sungit-singit mo.
join the fight. He put himself in a little bit of a solo mission there to take down Carl TZ, and that ensured that it ended as a 2-for-1 and not just a 1-for-1.
Sabi ko nga, baka nakatulog pa ng minding yan si ano.
Liquid Echo. Falcons APBREN now. The first time in a long time, we're seeing them in control. Not a complete and total lead, but they are
Kaya ako.
in control.
Up
Kaya ako.
Ogwin, eyes on Marco. Still not in any shape to.
Yan na lang ako, tangin na.
Down bottom, it's Few and Flap Easy. So this is what they call the Falcons APBREN buddy system. And so far, it's working out for them. 4 minutes into this bout. Turtle coming up in about 10.
Ah.
JP spots Marco.
Yung bubuhat ko. Kung yung kamay mo na. Yan, ganyan na.
Looking at the
Hindi na ako naman tatama mo.
already holding that drop, so he got the info. He let that go though, so that means Liquid Echo will be able to put themselves in a better position here. And Few already using the ultimate.
That's a preemptive feathered airstrike. Way out of range as a turtle spawns. Huge presence from both sides here. Falcons APBREN circling around their prey. Liquid Echo looking to make some space, galloping through.
Extreme ba?
Go fly!
They want to go ahead and fight.
Extreme
They
ba?
out. Now they're going to force it in the mid lane. Sanji holding on to his own for the
Tangin na, galit na, Bren!
taken out in an instant.
Nakuha na. Ito, pag na-reverse flip ko, ewan ko na lang ha. Pagod ang mga Clippers. Pag na-reverse flip ko.
Forcing Super Marco back. No one starts it up just yet. There's the drop down from Few, looking for the kill. Sanji fires back. Has to flicker out and wings by wings out. Both mid are still fine, and now we're back to the turtle.
Scrum, side by side.
Mina
Down
na.
a third of its health. Who's gonna get it?
Nagabang.
Still the battle forward goes. Heavy spin gonna be used.
Penalty! Nice one! Wag kayo magpo-4-0. Puta, galit na nga.
They flip him over their head.
Gabi, bigay, akay lang pala, ibibigay kay Carl.
Trying to bob and weave out. Vengeance after vengeance. Sanford
Sanford!
hit again.
Parkour! Parkour! Sanford gets away!
What a
Tangin na Sanford to.
Still
May
though,
siyam na
Falcons
buhay.
APBREN can revel in this advantage that they have. Marco!
Naglalag na pre, oo nga.
Oh, he wants to fire back possibly. The rest of the
Mulan
team
eh.
is way up here.
Suplex!
Forward into the earth shatter. JP will fall.
The Falcons are biting back. I don't know if birds bite, but this is the closest that we'll see Few fly away. Kenya!
Oh, Few, you couldn't fly any further. Gets the stun.
Oy!
Down, but he'll fly
Patay, ni
Sanford.
4D.
Few actually
Naglalag na, pre.
something in the exchange.
That's a double knockout. Both
Baka hindi sa akin kasi wala namang lag sa ano. Walang ano sa akin, frame drop eh.
Falcons APBREN,
Ano yan?
they're thankful for View Kapitan. We're glad you got that stun off just in time to make sure that it became a trade and not just a kill for Liquid Echo. Because this is the best the map has looked for the Falcons in a long while.
Liquid Echo, stream
though,
ba,
it's still a very close game. Sanji is still playing
Go,
as a Valentina, cosplaying as a Farsa.
Is this how Falcons APBREN beat Liquid Echo? Is this how they stop the Stampede? Do they start playing messy and start playing according to Liquid Echo's rules? Because that's what's been happening. 7 minutes in, they've been fighting very dirty. They've been allowing trades. And now, they're knocked up.
We're going to fight again. JP gets dismantled right in the mid lane very quickly. I set now. He's going to get knocked up. But there's Shatter. The jump in from Flap. Teasy comes in. Heavy spin on the defensive. But Super Marco will clean up the kill. FCAP is looking great.
It's actually happening, folks. A big lead has begun to snowball for Falcons APBREN. Sanji, though, look at him. He was damnedest to hold there. And with the tower in mid. Falling. Will it? Actually, no way. No, yeah, of course it fell. And the turtle going to Falcons APBREN. You can definitely say this portion of the game is theirs.
Banger after
Ano
banger.
kaya pag nasira?
Trending deep and find
Gano?
it in them to fight like this. Check it out.
Pag natubigan ka.
The answer battlefield airstrike from View. And now, I think they figured it out. They now know how Liquid Echo move both on the offense and the defense. And
Grabe talaga dyan.
using
Ito nga
that
yun.
knowledge now. It's like machine learning. It's like
Tangin na yun, sirang-sira na yung pinagawa kong ano. Pinagawa kong pintura.
PGPT right now.
Dahil makapag-edit ng ganito eh.
And they continue to press forward. They're reading.
Ay, ganun mo na lang, oh. Ganun mo lang,
See
oh.
how Open's actually conserving not his Earth Shatter, his onward. He's making the most out of the onward. He'll use the Earth Shatter and use whatever's available left to deal another moment of crowd control.
Ina naman eh, itong una na to.
Echo out of their team fight flow. Because it's usually JP or whoever's nearby to flank. Usually Carl TZ as well.
Ito, uminto ka naman.
not just on the offense, even in the defense. As Midnight mentioned, wasting time, they're able to do that to allow for them to reach objectives. It happened in that second to the last turtle fight. So now, 9 minutes in, about 5,000 gold ahead. APBREN controlling the map. What's Liquid Echo to do? I honestly can't tell you because the dynamics of this matchup has changed. The tides of battle. We haven't seen this in a while, not since we last saw them fight in the upper bracket finals.
Tangina, bumawi Bren ah. Papa game 5 lang daw, parang dinakaya.
Falcon survivability of Ogwin. If Ogwin's up and he can free hit, not a good fight. If they can burst Ogwin down quickly enough, they lose the front line, puts the pressure onto Kyle and or Flap. Heroes that they are happier to deal with.
Tama na, Lord.
Now Lord has spawned. Kyle TZ first to the scene.
Lord!
Airstrike by few.
Lord, go!
Lord here. 3/4 up.
Flappy? Flappy, nag-aabang?
Dragon form.
Yuzong?
Uy,
nag-ano nga, minto ah.
Jump in. Kyle TZ jumps over the wall. He's cut off from the Lord.
Flap, dun kay Kyle! Kay Kyle!
Heavy spin can be used.
Puta, tama yun, Flap.
TZ will secure the Lord.
Oh,
And
kaya
now
ni.
they're in trouble. Benny Cutie already taken out of the picture. Sanford trying to run away. But FCAP wants the
Nice
bodies.
one,
They
lumabas.
want the bodies. And on the backside, JP
Nice!
away.
Nice!
Wants it. He gets it.
Bang! Nagwala na.
For Team Liquid.
Falcons APBREN straight up took the Team Liquid jersey and said it's our turn to fight like this. Spread out through the battlefield, giving away the Lord, but taking bodies down. 4 for none.
Flap TZ playing like every person we've gone up against, an RG who's had a bad early game, a bad start, and says, my turn. Flap TZ's 5-0-4. He has been great with his use in this game, the timing of the entries, and where he is hunting to go for those clean-up kills and zone outs. Liquid Echo's team fighting has been shattered right now.
Crawling back into a favorable position. Falcons APBREN are hitting altitudes they have never hit in
naman,
the
ngayon pa
grand
nag-uulan.
finals. Here in season 13, the champions
Parang
Korea
nakakainis eh, no?
going to
Pahinto-hinto siya eh, no?
and yellow. The
Ay,
bees
isang
have been
buset
making
na lang,
more
no?
noise now than ever. Looking at the real-time win rate, AI says 64% for our defending champions.
Late pa ng
Falcons go
ano itong
sideways.
brush.
I dare say if they find Marco. Marco relentless is a
Maliit yan.
clear target for Liquid Echo.
Not sure if they're going to get the chance. That's a whole lot going to be used for this tier 2 turret. Carl Cheesy still the front of it all. Goes in with a heavy spin. Going to find Ogwin. Now they have to find the mid lane. They get the lockdown they're looking for. The battle comes out and it commences. Sanji still holding on. The ultimate goes in with his own like and pound. But Kyle Teasy goes in the front, forcing him back. It's only Flap that fell the 1-for-1 again.
Worst case scenario, it's a man-to-man trade. Best case scenario, Falcons APBREN got what they wanted.
Tangin na, kala ko 4-0 eh. Parang sabi ko 4-0 na lang, parang matapos na. Lumalabang pa ang Bren.
They're happy with that engagement.
Wala na to, boss.
Happier if they got the
Eh,
kill.
boss, napalag pa.
Wasn't taken down.
Pero malamang na to, Echo. Kaso napalag pa eh. Pinapatagalan to namin eh. AP Bren. Pero pag nakabak to, puta, ewan ko na lang talaga.
Revisiting the matchup of the gold laner, Super Marco finally got a much better game compared to Benny Q. 180 plus for the gold per minute. It just goes to show how much better Falcons APBREN played in the early game, found the spike,
Kami no, napuno na siguro.
and most importantly,
Nano
they're
sa
not
bombilyo eh.
allowing Liquid Echo to waste their time in the map.
Hindi, matayo na siguro.
Just a
Pababa eh, na?
from now. So far,
Tingnan nito, kapong wala to eh.
your eyebrows. Hey, why is he pulling the trigger on the Federation so soon? It's all because of timing. The GOAT here has multiple layers of CDR.
Stream ba?
Start with a feathered air strike and they can end with another feathered air strike.
Guys, stream ba? Nabasa sa amin, may tulog ba dyan? May tulog pa dyan, Bren? May tulog pa nga. Hindi natin alam.
This could get them that first victory in the series.
Lord, right
Ba't yun na ito?
of its pit, very slightly favored for Falcons APBREN. A third of
Hindi,
the
yun nag-deframe drop.
Fight once again. Falcons APBREN going for the jungler of Liquid Echo.
Tung na zone.
Have to use the heavy spin.
Hindi, papalag pa Echo rito. Naso.
And they'll still work.
Yun, naka-edit na si Ogwin.
Using their own Sanji waiting up patiently. And they'll go and dance for the Lord as they get prepped and ready. Sanji forced out of the position.
They push him out of the bush, looking for a reset. Oh, final flash!
Sanford goes in with final slash. JP looking for his own setup. But on the backside, Flap Teasy will get
Patay,
caught
kitna.
as he's taken down.
Putang
Down
ina.
one member. Falcons APBREN.
Lugi.
Numbers
Lugi
disadvantage
sa
for
loob.
them. Liquid Echo, how will they
Tiklat
play
pa na
this
wala.
out?
Liquid Echo seems to have stepped on the clutch and went from 0 to 60. It's
Oh,
0.
Kyle!
Once again, Kyle
Tangina, patay si Kyle.
Sanford there to follow
Wag
up.
na lang
Opportunity will
pa.
get the kill. And now, FCAP
Mahubos
on
siya.
one. Even with the gold lead they have,
Comeback,
they
comeback.
are gonna
Lagi comeback.
lose this Lord.
Ewan, comeback ang Echo, patay. Uwi, uwi, uwi.
Sanford will
Ba't ganun,
fall,
9-2?
but the objective goes to Team
Tangina, pumangit
Liquid
yung ano
Echo.
ah.
Falcons APBREN, miscommunications that look like mispositioning. Kyle Teasy being that far back and advanced, crossing the middle
tama
portion of the
na.
map, the middle split. Not the right call there, but you have to credit Sanford for starting that
Yes,
advantage for
kumain,
Liquid
yun,
Echo,
babasa.
getting the final slash to initiate that
Putong
fight.
baso.
That meant Flap Teasy would be taken down. That's why Kyle Teasy looked like he was pressured. I know Ogwin's here, but he has to protect the back.
Yeah,
It's my job as the jungler
pabilisan
now
nga
against Baksha to
Bilis na
get
mag-flip.
vision, to go to the front. Liquid Echo knew that and said, when you see Kyle
Hindi, dapat
cross,
kumakain ako
take him
pag-game.
down.
Kasi hindi ako nakakapagpagkain.
Break on
Mamaya
that final
pagtapos.
slash changed the timing
Hindi, mamaya na.
of Falcons
Mag-edit pa ako eh.
APBREN's approach, allowing Liquid Echo to score a major objective. An enhanced Lord for the cavalry, turning the map a little bit more blue. But they will fail to take down this main artery. Mid lane tier 1 still stands. Falcons APBREN allowed to regroup. It's not like they're...
Tangina, may tulog pa nga Bren dito.
But definitely, it's looking closer.
Ano pa ba asahan sa internet dyan sa Pinas? Hindi naman siya eh. Parang ano na siya eh. Parang mga pitik-pitik lang.
FCAP still hold on to lead, but did they grab what they were looking for if you're Team Liquid Echo, they surely did. Next thing on that list could be right here. Super Marco has to
Patay, nakuha si Marco.
down to a bird. Goes in
Tangina, wala na, pre.
again. Cap. What happened? Super Marco and
4-0.
Flap down. Liquid Echo now making their way in the mid lane. They're 30 seconds away.
Tangina niya, no. Nakuha si Marco.
APBREN. Can they stall it out?
GG, guys.
What a rotational read by
Tangina, nandabol na.
with one to go. Final slash.
Final slash gonna be used by three members of FJP. Jumps in.
Putang na champion na, pre. Ay.
Try to heal up, hold the base together. Super Marco and Flap TZ will be up.
Tangina mo, gago.
Liquid Echo
Walang clips.
looking to sweep the
Swerte
series.
pa din.
Give them an inch, they take a mile. You slip up,
Saan?
and they
Dito lang. Buti nga dito lang siya eh. Yan, umila na, no?
Liquid Echo.
Yun, wala nang
When
clips.
Falcons APBREN have members spawning, Carl Teasy feeling it in his
Yan,
fingers.
tapos sabi ko sa inyo, huwag sila maglagay ng damit sa ano eh.
Will there be a third? If there is another, that might be the
Ang
end.
ina! Kabado ng friend! GG! GG sa Pinas!
Not armors, but they rushed other items before that. Items very close. Everyone has what they need. Again, it goes back.
Ang ina, laro ni si Marco! Pangit ang laro ni Marco! Totoo lang. Dami niyang ano.
Divine Glaive now would be big. It will help with the burst on
Patay na patay siya ngayon lagi eh.
Then Cutie Red into that. And with great itemization, picked up a rose gold meteor so we can survive.
Tignan mo na si Mabandi mga pamilya.
This Lord could be it. Spawning upper quarter of the map. Liquid Echo first to the scene.
Grabe, no?
Carl
Dito kasi
Teasy
sila
whacked it
nagpuro
away,
eh.
pulling it slightly towards their side. Lord, you're approaching half-half. Sanji taking the push. Up
Oo nga eh.
Flap Teasy taking control of the river bush.
Ang sabi, ang gusto daw, si ano daw may gusto mag-double wall. Mayari.
APBREN
Ngayon,
Super Marco in the front.
sabi nga, gusto nga daw niya. Pero sinabi yung nagawa,
Slowly but
huwag na
surely,
daw.
Conceal gonna be used.
Yung sa
Who they
tipo,
clash
hindi.
down on. They find the knockup.
Ito ano, kung ikaw mayari ka pala
Bob
mag-isa,
JP,
diba?
the one to fall.
Alam mo naman yun, magpagkapala kwento rin yan, diba?
He's gonna get cut off. Uses the Lycan pounce to fight
Tang
back.
ina, wala na Eko! Gago!
They're in trouble.
Wala, puta!
Liquid Echo, the cavalry now.
Marco!
Marco is still going. And now he's looking for Sandy. Super Marco can't do it.
Don't tell me.
Putang
Don't
ina
tell
si
me. There'll be one man walking down mid.
Tang inang
Sanji,
yan.
the mid laner of Liquid Echo to win it.
Gago, 22 seconds!
Oh, he bought the win.
Lala, tanga!
Sandy has the minions.
Namatay din pa ako!
Savored glory before, and they'll savor it.
Putang ina, wala pang minions, no? 10 seconds by minions!
The cavalry tramples through. Taking
Gagong malas ni Marco!
speed.
Sino na ba yung ano? That's si Valentina?
Season 13 champions.
Tang ina, 4-0. Oh, yabang oh. Oh. Benny ah. Benny. Last.
The royal
Puta sayang eh. Kala ni Marco maano niya eh. May hit niya eh. Dang, tang ina. Lakas. Talo na naman ako sa guest coach. Brain. Siyempre, brain ako eh. Oo, labi ng brain. Okay lang yan. May M5 pa sa MSC, kay M6. Tang ina, naglaho si ano, si Marco. Tinulok il ng Valentina.
Oh man, it's good to see. Again,
Babawi yan, pre. Babawi, pre.
we just got a glimpse of them. They're still in high spirits. Did not expect
Tang ina, Sanji ito, no? Mamaw.
but you can hear
Mamaw,
the
Tishan.
arena erupting. Let's go Liquid.
Fight per fight. Blow
Sayang,
by
oh.
blow. Liquid Echo had Falcons APBREN.
Okay lang yan, puta. Naano yung matrix number, pero kaya. Di ba may tulog, bro? May tulog na lahat. Gagi.
Liquid Echo.
Putang ina.
Sanji specifically stood up and said, "Not on my watch. We're taking that trophy home."
The streak ends. This roster that went on a world tour has come back home. Failed to defend their crown here.
GG, pre.
And they have
And live na ako, pre.
to the new
Pre, live na ako ah. Thank you. Thank you sa mga nanood.
And the Kings
Panalo na
ride
sila,
on
no?
horses
Oo.
on
Wala na
high.
yun eh.
These two teams, folks.
Salamat sa mga nanonood dyan. Thank
In
you.
MSC 2024 in Riyadh. But let
4-0. Grabe yung echo mag-ano, final. Blacklist, 4-0. Brent, 4-0.
And blood is drawn from the blade of the cavalry.
And guys na ako, in live na guys. And guys na. And guys. And guys na ako, and guys.
Story that we're gonna have here, and either way, gentlemen, we have to say we're in good hands going
Sarap.
forward to MSC.
Paldo, Benny.
And maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll see another rematch between